Even though it's not working. Right, so I think we are now live. Let me know in the comments if we are. At the moment, we have a couple of problems logging into Portsmouth's official thing online to get the game up, but that should be working shortly. In the meantime, I am going to quickly put on the timer so I can sort that quick one out quickly. Well, hello and welcome to the first live stream on this channel. Now, it's a new thing, so I'm trying to get to grips with how it's working. If you are here, do let me know in the comments. I'm currently trying to reset my password as well for Portsmouth's website because it has logged me out and won't let me log back in. Let me know if there's any problems with audio, etc., things like that as well. I have got my comments up. We're going to go through, first of all, though, we'll go through the lineup. I'll put it on screen now. Opinions, Pompey fans? Personally, I think it's a fairly strong one. There's not much I think else could have been done to it. I think it's a good start from the Cowley brothers. Hello, Austin. Hello, Helen. Austin, I can't. It's currently not working, so it hasn't even got anything on it at the moment itself. So starting on that, McGilvray in goal, Bolton at right back, Watmore and Raggett as centre backs, Brown at left back, Williams on one wing, I'm guessing Curtis on the other, Naylor and Cannon in the holding midfield role, Harness in a central attacker midfielding role, and Hawula leading the line. My opinion, a brilliant lineup. Pompey fans, do let me know in the comments. Anyone else as well, let me know. I'm looking down at my screen at the minute because that's where the video is, that's where the comments are. Helen, Hawula is starting, yes. Lewis is here. I'm waiting for him to join me on the stream. Good team, going to be hard for him to pick the perfect team as he's new to it, but I'm happy with that. Agreed with you completely there, mate. Going to turn this up for when you do join, and Lewis is also having some problems because it is the first time we're doing this. We'll look at the banners as well now because I've got another one. It's the Ipswich starting lineup. Now they've got Holy in goal. They've got Chambers, Enciala, Wilson, Ward, Dozzell, Bishop, Bennett, Edwards, Judge, and Norwood. Now, if there are any Ipswich fans in here, do let me know if you think that's a good lineup for you. I don't have a Scooby because I know Norwood, he's a top scorer. Holy's a good goalkeeper. But from what I know, that's a good lineup for you guys. I am quickly resetting my password now. Yes, Jacob, Hawula does need to stay on side. You mentioned this a couple of times last week. He doesn't like staying on side, does he? He does not. So let's try and get this loaded up for the pre-match build-up anyway. Right. This is not working this morning. Well, this afternoon now. Not touch screen. Let's go. Yes, we are in. Now we can go and purchase the game. Took its time to work. Austin, random question. Have you met any of the FA Cup winning squad? No, I haven't. I do want to one day. But you never know. These players, they do pop around, especially with Sol Campbell and management as well. I've met David Norris a couple of times at Wembley, if that's a claim to fame. But no, I haven't personally met any of the FA Cup winning squad. Wish I could have, though. Wish I could have. Lewis, mate, I've seen your comment. Just click on your phone, mate. It'll work the same. Even if it's a bit less in terms of audio quality, it will still work. So don't worry about that, mate. Do apologise for this being a bit different, but next week, hopefully, it will be a lot different because, you know, we'll have known of what was done before. We'll turn the display names off because I don't need, you know who I am. And I think if we do this one, we'll just play this. And we'll put that up. Anyone's score predictions, let me know. I want to know everyone's score predictions that are here because, you know, who doesn't want to know score predictions? But we'll get the game put on. Make sure I've got everything right. There's anyone else actually that is here? Oh, Helen, who's your favourite player? Oh, yours is McGilvray and Naylor. I've got a couple, you know, because there's a lot of different people in this squad, you know. You've got players such as Curtis, who are the big boys in the squad, so to speak. But you've also got, there's loads of them. I think I like quite a lot of the members. My favourite, though, I'm going to go with Harness for now. Or Watmore, because he's one of our own. But yeah, Harness, I think, because he's quite skillful on the ball. He normally gets us goals as well. Hopefully, he can get back in the goals recently. And yeah, I can see McGilvray and Naylor as well. Naylor, born leader, McGilvray very good in goal. I will just get Dad on, try and get Dad on the stream. Lewis, if you are there. Helen, I did say 1-1, but seeing that line, I'm saying 3-1, definitely. I was going to say a draw, but you look at this, anything could happen now. Literally anything. And Jacob says 2-1 win in the last 20 minutes. Yeah? Oh, Dad is here. Let's bring Dad into the stream. Hello, Dad. How are you?
Hello, mate. You all right?
1 minute. I cannot hear you. Let's see if I can sort this out here. I unplugged this. Right. I'm trying different things here. So I know everyone else can hear me. I can hear you now. I can. I believe we've got Lewis in the stream now as well. How are you, Lewis?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You good, Dad?
You all right, Paul?
You're quite quiet, but that's not a problem. Well, first of all, Lewis, what do you think for this game after you've seen the starting lineup?
Right. I've thought from since we said about Cowley, I've always thought the first match or two is always going to be hard for him because obviously he's got to get to know the strength of the side. He's got to get to know how the players play. He's got to get used to everything. So going into this game, I can see us drawing personally because it's going to be a hard game for Cowley to get used to it straight away. He's going to play completely different football to Jacket. He's completely different to Jacket. So the way I see it is, if we don't win, I'm not going to take it as oh, he's a really bad manager. I'm going to take it to the point is he's still new. He's got to get used to it. We have to take time with him because he's only got 12 games. He has to take plenty of time with him to get used to the football he plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think Cowley plays what I've heard anyway, attacking, high pressing football, which is what he wants to do, or at least he'll try and do. Yes, he's only had a day though. That's what I'm thinking is he's only had a day to train them. So will they be playing his football is the question. We'll move on to Dad now though. He's got a new set of earphones he's just bought. I'm hoping they're working because I did pick them out for him. First of all, Dad, what do you think of the Pompey lineup yourself?
Well, I think Harula started a massive positive.
He's doing it again. You're cutting out quite a bit again, Dad. I don't know what the problem is. Paul Roswell in the comments. My son is Portsmouth. Hope we win games. Yes, hopefully we can get a win today. Dad is still having a few technical issues, which isn't great. We might have to give him his own personal microphone for next week, Lewis, mightn't we? But until Dad sorted that one out,
might have to happen.
Yeah, might have to. What do you think? I'll put it on the bottom of the screen now, in case you guys don't know it. What do you think of this Ipswich lineup? It's on the bottom of the screen now, if you can see it yourselves. But that is the Ipswich lineup for today. Do you think that's strong for them, or do you think that's just the kind of the Ipswich lineup you're happy with?
To be honest, with the Ipswich lineup, it's kind of the same as the Cowleys. Paul Cook's still new to managing them. It's going to be his second or third game. You know what I mean? He's still new to managing them. He's going to try and play the way he has, pick the best players. So for him, he'll think that's strong, but a lot of people might look at that team and go, "That's not a strong lineup," but that is a strong lineup. But at the end of the day, he's trying to play the players that he thinks suits best for his football. And if that's not the case, then it's the same with the Cowleys. It's going to have to change. You know what I mean? Anything could happen with the players he chooses because he's still new to managing the team.
Definitely. I think, you have to look at that team and we're not sure if there's any injuries for Ipswich at all. There might be, but from what I even did in my preview, Enciala, he's a good defender. Not Callum Chambers, it's his brother, Luke Chambers, captain of Ipswich, playing again. Thomas Holy, he's a good goalkeeper. Norwood, we all know about him. Former Tranmere, now he is at Ipswich. Could he get the goals today, Dad? Do you reckon he'll fire Ipswich to a win, or do you reckon Pompey will be able to snatch it? He's still doing it. This is funny, isn't it, Lou? Obviously, Dad doesn't get technology as much as me and Lewis do. I tried, Dad, disconnecting your... Oh, I can hear you now. That's better.
Can you hear me
what
now?
Do you think? Yeah, you're better now. What do you think for the game ahead? Well, for the game today?
Well, I think the Harula started is a massive positive. Obviously, Mark was injured, so we're limited. Obviously, Ellis Harris so we're limited to what we can have. Can you hear me?
Just about.
So we're limited to what we can actually start with. Harula started. 30. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it's difficult, but yeah. I'm going to see if I can make you louder. I can't. I can't make you louder at the minute, which is a problem. Try disconnecting your headphones, Dad. But in the meantime, because I do need to move on, we've only got 8 minutes till kick-off. What do you think going into this game with the Cowleys, Lewis? Do you think they're going to bring us a bit more in terms of attacking? Do you think they're going to bring us to the playoffs necessarily?
Well, I watched their interview yesterday, the 15-minute interview, and what they were saying sounded good enough. Like they were positive. They were saying like with the fans, they look to get, obviously the fans can't be involved in anything, but they look to get the fans involved. They look to be asked questions. You know what I mean? Like by the fans, and they answer the questions. They don't hide on answers. They answer every question correctly. They do they say I feel like they know what they're on about because they've managed Lincoln for a while. They got Lincoln 2 or 3 promotions. They helped Huddersfield stay up. I can see him doing well. It's just adopting that sort of football to our playing style, adopting that playing style to us, where we might not be used to it because obviously Jacket was a lot different to what the Cowleys are going to offer to us.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go through a couple of the comments now. Austin, he's gone for a 2-1 Pompey win. Well, I think a Pompey win. He said a win. Jacob said, "Has your dad muted the mic on the headphones?" He might have done. I'm not sure. You never know with my dad. He's probably thrown his head out the window or something. Paul Roswell, he's gone for a 3-0 Pompey win. Could definitely happen. And Jeff has said, "Hi guys, great to see you. Excited for the game." I think we all are, aren't we, lads? I think, looking at the Cowleys coming in, there's no more negative football under Jacket, and I think we can do it personally. Dad, I'm going to try again and see if we can hear you this time. What do you think ahead of the game?
Yeah, go on.
Can you hear me now?
Just about, yes.
All right, right.
It is quite interesting, this. Yeah, we can hear you.
You cut out every so often, but I can hear you.
But you're a bit faint, but yeah, we can hear you.
All right, mate. I think we're going to win today, 2-1.
We heard that. We heard that loud and clear. Pompey to
win.
We
had a 2-1 win. We had a 2-1 win.
Yes. Well, it's a game where you don't... Hawula Brace, you said a hat-trick about 15 minutes ago. But, once again, anything could happen in a game like this. We're gonna get Pompey... Oh, I've got another comment. We're going to get Pompey fans' thoughts up. Liam Pryor has said, "Would you take a draw now, or do you think the 3 points isn't a must today to have any chance at the playoffs?" Personally, I think, if we want to be getting the playoffs and going up, you have to get 3 points off this team today. We've got, I think, 11 of our next 11 games after this are against teams in the bottom half as well. So if you're looking at that in the future, then if we can get 3 points today, it'll set us perfectly up for these next games, a minimum anyway. Do you agree with me there, Lou? Do you think we have to win today now?
Yeah, the way I see it is today, if we don't win, we can drop down to 13th. And obviously, a draw is a draw. We get a point, but we need to start hitting these run of form back because the confidence is still low. We haven't won in 5 league games. With a new manager, it's always things are going to change. Going to be new, so it's we need to try our best to get a win with what we've got and what the managers know of at the moment. But then, if we do draw this match, I don't see it as being the end of the world as such because realistically, our next 11 games, we should be winning the majority of them. We shouldn't be dropping many points at all. But it's always going to be hard because we're against the playoff contenders. They're 1 point below, and we're only 2, 3, 4 points. So it's very, very close. But this is going to be a very interesting match, and we have to have results go our way as well. And that's what I hate about football and hate about Pompey. We try and rely on other teams too much when we can't get the job done on ourselves.
Yeah, agreed. Well, I've got a couple of comments now. Portsmouth fan 101 has said, "Oh, you're live streaming. What's the lineup?" So as he's asked me that, I will play it across the bottom now. It'll be scrolling on the bottom. I think I've just played it. So the lineup is McGilvray in goal, Bolton, Watmore, Raggett and Brown as our back four, Williams and Curtis on the wings, Naylor and Cannon in the holding midfield role, Harness at central attacking midfielder, and Hawula leading the line. Now, I know a lot of fans have been calling for Hawula. He played in the cup final, not necessarily very well. He was offside a lot, but it's a game that happens. He needs to be hitting the strings now. He needs to be hitting the back of the net a lot more. I think if he wants to play off and under the Cowleys, I think he's got to be hitting the net today. We'll go through a couple more comments. We've got them. Paul Roswell says, "My dad supports Man United." Opinions on that, Lewis? A Man United fan? Do you think United are going to go well in Europe this season? As his dad is a United fan.
Well, they beat AC Milan. It was a good result, and obviously the defence played well. Luke Shaw played outstanding in that game. They've got the talent to do it. They've got the squad to do it, but it's just if they can keep their heads. Because I see with a lot of English clubs, when it gets to semi-finals and that, it's the same with all English clubs, even England national team. Semi-finals, we seem to bottle play like semi-finals. You know what I mean? So like, I hope that's not the case. I hope an English team's going to win in Europa League. I also hope an English team's going to win the Champions League just to represent England. You know what I mean? But it's going to be hard.
Hopefully.
But I'm cheering on the English sides in both of the tournaments, just to like hopefully so like an English team can win.
Yeah, and I think I will mention the point here. I think we have to say we do stand with Glenn Kamara as well, after he was subject to some racist abuse, as well as Kemar Roof. I was shocked to see it. Their fans backed up the player that said it as well. They put a banner up outside their ground. I think that's totally shameful. So I'll be backing Arsenal all the way to smash them out of European competition, because that's just wrong. I don't think that should be done. But we're not going to make a conversation out of that. Jacob Palmer, we know him well. He's put, which player do you think the Cowleys will get the best out of? Personally, I think Curtis or Marquis. Ipswich have just walked out onto the pitch, but I think Curtis or Marquis should get the best out of. Dad, Lewis, who do you think? We'll start with Lewis. Who do you reckon will be the best player under the Cowleys?
Right. You might think this is a bit controversial, and obviously because he hasn't had the best of seasons, but personally saying it, I think Sean Raggett, because he's played with him a lot of times before. He scored 10 goals under them when he's first managed them. They know how he plays. They know, look, they're going to have to boost him confidence up, because obviously the last lot of games he's been dreadful. Like, he's like Bambi on ice, you know what I mean? But I feel like the Cowleys know how he plays, knows what to do with him. So I feel like they're going to get the best out of Sean Raggett. Let's hope they can get the best out of Sean Raggett.
Hopefully. Now, I think, 1 minute. We're just trying to work some stuff out here with some banners. Dad, who do you think they will get the best out of? What player do you think the Cowleys will get the best out of anyway? You think Marquis?
Curtis and Marquis.
Oh, Curtis and Marquis. Yeah, I think, the high press could definitely suit those two. They like to get goals, they like to press people. We'll move through another comment. Pompey Fitness James has said, play up Pompey. Evan, he's a Southampton fan. God, it's a Sunderland fan. He says, I reckon a Portsmouth 3-1 win. Hopefully, Evan. Hopefully you can get your first time of winning 5 games in a row at home since 2007, I think it is today, which could push you into second position in the league. Portsmouth fan 101 has said, oh, that's a good lineup, saying 2 or 3-1. Fingers crossed. Jeff Stoner has said, high press and fight to win the ball back. Ain't done that for a while. We have not. And I think we've missed that quite badly. João Charifo says, do you reckon if fans were allowed in the stadium, Pompey wouldn't lose any of the games that we did lose? I'll start with, I'll throw that question over to Lewis, because I know he's got an opinion on that. Do you think we would have lost many of the games we did, Lewis, with fans in?
Right. Look at us last season. We were unbeaten at home. We have one of the best, if not the best fans in League One, which some people can think controversial, like, you know what I mean? But last season shows that fans are needed in football. You look at us this season, we lost our winning streak at home to Wigan with no fans. They were doing poorly in the league. So I feel like if we would have had fans, 100% we would have done a lot better. And also I feel that Kenny Jackett would have been gone beforehand, and he wouldn't have gone as late, because the fans would have been on the back. There would have been the pressure on the Arsens to do something with fans. And I feel like where there's not been no fans, it's been an easy ride. They haven't had no pressure. They've just been, oh yeah, we'll keep him in for now. But obviously now we haven't got him anymore, so that's the positive.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with you there. Do you, Dad, do you think that Jackett would have gone earlier if fans were allowed in the stadium?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He is quiet again. Sorry, everyone. But he said, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think Dad was one of the first people to say he's not doing brilliantly. Matt Vaughan has said, easy, up the Cowleys, up the boys, up the Blues, 2-1 Pompey. Hopefully, Matt, it can end 2-1. I think Pompey did get us underway, booting it straight up for a throw-in. We got the ball currently on half-over Cannon, out to Harness on the right wing, and he's just pelting it straight through to the goalkeeper. It's still 0-0. But, are you two watching the game, or are you just listening in?
I'm going to go watch the game, and that's downstairs. So, like, I won't be taking my phone down there because it's really loud, so that'll probably be me for now. But thanks for letting me on it. And
that's all right, mate. At the Blues. I will see you after the game, possibly.
Yeah, speak to you after the game. See you later.
See you later. Well, it's just me and you now, Dad. Hopefully, we can hear you again now. Are you watching the game? You're silent, Dad. Again. I think you should take your headphones off and just do it with your
Can you
phone.
hear me?
I can. Yes, I can now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're better
Can you hear
now.
me
Yes.
Yeah, we can't. I'll purchase the iPhone and it won't play.
Oh, it won't play. Oh,
No.
well, that's not supposed to happen. Well, Dad, I think if your iPhone is not working, I'll let you go, and then you can go and sort that out. I'll get you back on at half time, and possibly with Lewis as well. We'll have a chat about the first half.
All right, mate. I've got it. We've got it on now. So I'll join if anything happens. Yeah.
All right, I'll see you at half time, roughly.
All right, mate.
Please. Well, now they've been and gone. I think we had a couple of problems there with Dad, but you know, it is what it is for a first ever stream. It is currently 0-0 in the game. Pompey do have a free kick. Curtis is lining up as if he's going to hit it in midway between the edge of the area and the halfway line. Jeff has said would have been toxic if the fans were in. It definitely would have. I think it would have been probably one of the most toxic atmospheres we've ever had at a Pompey game, at Pompey games. Curtis has sent that into the box and it's straight into the keeper's arms. And they've hoofed it straight up the other end of the pitch. And what was just about Pompey defending is very hard to commentate. They've just about cleared it and then not cleared it. And then they have eventually got it back to McGilvray, who's gone for another run to the edge of the box and kicked it out for a throw-in. Now, that could have ended a lot worse than it did, for sure. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well, if you are tuning in from another country, another city. If you are watching the games yourselves, do let me know. I'd love to hear from you all. I have got the comments on. It's hard to commentate it when the game is over there as opposed to in front of me because there's nothing to put it on in front of me. But hopefully Pompey can get a win today. It's much needed. As Cannon tries to clear it out the corner, hitting the Ipswich player straight away and out for another throw-in. It's in the Fratton and North Stand corner right now, and it's not seeming to come out of there. Chambers has just ran towards the North Stand to get the ball back out. But Pompey are being pinned back currently. It's only what? It's 4 minutes into the game, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, another Ipswich throwing down the right-hand side of the pitch. Well, their right-hand side, our left-hand side. Ipswich attacking the Fratton end currently. Hopefully, Pompey can get it clear and get a goal early on, but I can't see that happening currently. As Nsiala passes it into the midfield. Quite calm football at the minute. They've completely hoofed it long up to Norwood, who has lost out on the header. That wasn't Norwood, sorry, I think that was Judge. Cannon to Naylor out to Brown on the left, who's not really got options. Curtis is more inside, knocks it back to Naylor, who gets fouled on the ball, and it's a Pompey free kick just inside our own half. Norwood looking as big as ever. Oh, we've got the play restarted quite quickly. Naylor's gone with a massive long diagonal ball out, not out for a goal kick. Holy's just about stopped it just before it does actually leave play. Wow, it's looking quite an even game currently. I think there's not really much to split the sides at the minute. It's just quite hoofed either end. Be nice if fans would help back in. Hopefully, the sooner the better for that to happen. As Ipswich come down the left-hand side here, Norwood wins the header. Bolton wins the header apparently. So Ipswich throwing down the left-hand side. Pompey not really having much to say so far. They come down the left. I will answer that question in a second, Jacob and Lewis. They've got a free kick right in the left corner, in between the front end and the south stand. There's a breaking player. We'll read the comments. Jacob Palmer, ideally in the summer, what players do you believe Pompey need to bring in? Good question. I think, although Raggett could go better, under the Cowleys, I think we definitely do need another centre back, even if it is a backup. I think possibly a left back because Daniels isn't exactly young, and we only have Brown other than him. I don't think we need a right back because Johnson's very good. Bolton obviously is backup as well. Maybe a new striker, but you never know if Marquis gets firing again. I think we have a very good squad, man for man, one of the best in the league, but it's not currently going well for us. As Ipswich very nearly score, but McGillvray punches it away. But as I was saying, I think man for man, our squad is one of the best in the league. Keeper, very good. But we need to get our contract situation sorted out first before anything happens, because contracts are not looking good at the minute because we're not having many. There's a lot of them about to expire. Lewis has said, I forgot to ask when I joined, but come the end of the season, can you see us signing any of the loan players we have? And if so, who would you take? I think we have 4, don't we? We have White, Byers, Nicolaisen, and or is it 3? It's 3 or 4. I can't remember exactly who. I think that's 3 of them. I'd definitely take Nicolaisen, even if it is just as a backup. Although he has been a bit, questionable while he's played. I would definitely take Byers, but I don't think he'll join. I know his work ethic hasn't been great. He's been moaning quite a lot, but I think under the Cowleys, you never know, it could improve. And I think White, if we could get him, it would be ridiculous, but we won't. Because although he's a good player, he is from Tottenham and his wages will be a lot higher than a lot of our players are on. That's for sure. As Curtis comes down the left-hand side, out for a throw, Brown throws it to Hawula, who turns quite well, actually, but straight back into the path of an Ipswich player. Cannon has the ball now, spreads it out to Williams, out to Bolton on the right wing, comes inside to Williams, to Bolton, to me, to you, out to Harness, who whips it into the box, cleared just about away to Harness, who's gone out for a corner, for a goal kick, sorry. Still 0-0 in the 9th minute, but, it's going well for Pompey now. He's just skipped around him. He's gone to win the penalty, but never going to get that one. It was kind of I've been touched, let's jump on the floor kind of penalty. But ideally, Pompey will need to get a goal soon before Ipswich catch us. That's all I'm going to say. Danny Cowley's shown on screen now. Hoping for his first win in a Pompey occupation. Well, now Ipswich get us back on the way. They're in the midfield now. They've passed it for Naylor's caught. So I can't remember his name. Naylor's caught. I think Judge a bit late there. He's down. He's back up. No, he's not. Yeah, he's just about on his feet now. He's caught him a little bit late there. It's not a great challenge, but it's still 0-0. Who do I think will get automatic promotion? Good question. I think, personally, Peterborough and Sunderland will go up. I don't know what order they'll go in. One of them will win the league. Just because Sunderland do look like a very strong unit. So do Peterborough. Good attacking football they play. They're getting results as well, even when they're not playing well, like they did Peterborough to us on Tuesday. Didn't necessarily play very well, but they were very good. So I think, yes, those 2 will go up. And then anyone could get the playoffs. Pompey aren't even in the playoffs, and I could still see us sneaking in there. Could maybe not see us winning them because we've never won a playoff match, but I could see us definitely sneaking into the playoffs, that's for sure. But automatics-wise, Peterborough and Sunderland, I'm going to say, will be in the Championship next season. As Paul Cook walks up into the press box, well, not the press box, into his area where he used to stand as a Portsmouth manager. This time he's come down as an Ipswich one. Shall we let him go? As he said in his interview this week, that he didn't want to leave, but he was kind of forced out by the club. His jacket was already got the job before they'd even taken over. As McGillvray hoops it long to Harness, who heads it straight back inside to an Ipswich player, but it's down to Cannon, who touches it brilliantly and wins the free kick just on halfway. No, the referee blew the whistle, but he's not given the free kick. As Ipswich now come forward down the right flank, into the box quite high, to looking for Norwood, and it's hit the side netting and it's out for a goal kick. The referee blew his whistle there for a foul and then didn't give the foul. So if anything, that's quite weird. He blew the foul for the foul on Cannon. So he's put the whistle, they're just showing it now, he's put the whistle in his mouth, blown it, put his finger that way, and then let Ipswich play on. So that's a bit strange. But never mind, it is still 0-0. Lewis replied saying Sunderland and Peterborough can see Hull slipping up. Definitely, Lewis. U308 said, thanks for your stream. Your commentary's not that bad. Cheers, mate. Hopefully it's keeping up with the Wi-Fi and all that. I do have a couple of issues sometimes. But I thought I'd bring this out because, it's something to do. Fans that can't necessarily afford iFollow or out or can't get the iFollow on their TVs can stream it. Or even if they do have iFollow, they can just join me and have a chat about Pompey. Because every single comment I'm reading and replying to, because it's not like there's thousands of people in here. That Pug Blue says, yo, hello, how are you? Hopefully everyone's doing okay today. Pompey's still holding on to the point as it stands. down the right wing and out for a throw into Ipswich, just in front of the south stand there. It's been quite a poor game so far, in my opinion. There's not really much going on yet. Waiting for a goal, that's all I can say. And my camera keeps focusing and unfocusing. I apologise for that. What more tackles Ipswich's striker, and then Cannon Husic straight back to McGilvray. Got a bit worried there. That was them doing that. As Ipswich's striker comes straight at McGilvray, but McGilvray gets it away in time. Naylor wins the header. Cannon up to just over Williams' head. And back to Hope in the goal, who has a heavy touch, but Hawula can't get there in time. And it's straight up to Norwood, who wins the header against Raggett. They're in behind here. He's got in behind Brown. I think that's Alan. I don't even know who that is. It's their number 7, I believe, or 17. But Brown just about copes with it and gets it clear. Lewis Hayden, who do you see getting relegated? Or there's a lot of teams in that mix at the minute. I will get up the league table on my phone now to have a quick look, because I'm not sure about the bottom half of the minute, because I'm focusing more on the top half. And that was Gwion Edwards who got in behind the man that I said was a top scorer and top assister. Now, Southampton are 2-0 up away at Bournemouth at half-time in the FA Cup. It's not great. Brentford are 1-0 up going into half-time at home to Nottingham Forest. And Pompey, the only early kick-off in League One. I will quickly have a look at the bottom half. As Lewis says, who do I see getting relegated? Right, so I've got the bottom 10 up roughly. Swindon, Rochdale, Wimbledon, Northampton, Wigan, Bristol Rovers, Burton, Shrewsbury, Plymouth and Crewe. Out of those teams, I'd say Swindon definitely going down. Rochdale I could see going down. Wimbledon I could see going down. And Northampton I could see going down. So pretty much the bottom 4. Because Wigan have hit some form. Bristol Rovers the same. Bristol Rovers could definitely slip down, don't get me wrong. Burton, I think they've only lost like one of their last 7 or 8. That's ridiculous for a team there. Shrewsbury have got, a 9-point gap. So I think, the bottom 4 as it stands will be going down. U308 says, poor game, not heard that for a while. Yes, it's all been poor, hasn't it? But it's not a poor performance from Pompey by any means. It's just a poor game so far. Pompey and Ipswich both setting out to not lose. Shane Fraser says, hi, hello. Dad has said, good job. Thanks, Dad. Hopefully you can sort your audio out for half-time. We'll have a look, see if there's been any other goals. There has not. Keep scrolling down. So we'll have a look at League 2 as well, because why not? Newport, Leyton Orient 0-0. Stevenage, Carlisle both 0-0. No other games going on because everything else is called off below that, other than the National League, of course. But, it's been a bit dire so far. As Harness is down the right wing, he's hoofed it. Bolton hoofs it forward. He gets cleared away just as far as Harness, who heads it back to Williams. Williams to Naylor to Bolton. Bolton fake dummies him. Back to Naylor. It's quite a nice passing football, actually. And Lewis has said 0-0 written all over it. It does have 0-0 written all over this. Both sides are just trying to get through, but it's just not happening so far. I think someone will have to do something special to break this. Danny Cowley is moving along the sideline, something we haven't seen in a long time. Shane Fraser, Blake, I know you from the Newcombe Arms with my dad. Ah, do you? Yes, I'm in there every Saturday most of the time, so that's good to know. I'm not sure who you are, but if you know me from in there, it probably would have been me, yes, because I'm in there quite a lot. As Hope gets it restarted from the goal kick and sends it quite long. Raggett's battered Norwood out of the way and won the header there. Norwood doesn't seem very happy with it. And then it's out for another Pompey throw-in down the left wing, and the players are sprinting to get the play restarted again. Gary Roberts there on the bench alongside Paul Cook. Looks weird actually seeing them two on the bench together for an away side of Fratton Park, but they are. That's a good challenge there from the Ipswich player. A bit of skill, and Cannon stops it. Curtis looking very energetic today. He's got nipped straight in there, grabbed the ball off them, and got the play back in Pompey's favour as McGilvray hoofs it long into the 16th minute. And both players have missed a header straight out for a throw in there. But it's been a game that I can see a goal coming, but I can't see many goals coming. I said 2-2 at the start. I cannot see that happening now, just judging off what I've seen so far anyway. It looks as though, Williams has nearly caught Hope out there. It looks like we could be lining up as a 4-4-2 as opposed to the 4-2-3-1 I thought it was, with Williams and Hawula as a strike partnership, as opposed to Hawula leading the line with Harness at cam. I think it is a 4-4-2, which is what I think a lot of fans have wanted to see, as Hawula chases it down, not quite getting there. Williams is straight on the keeper's heels, but he's managed to hoof it long. Watmore wins the header straight up into the air, over to Raggett, who heads it clear. Pompey have set up quite strong today. That you can tell what the Cowleys want to do. It's only been a day, but they're definitely in it to press the teams and attack them. because you can just, from watching this game, they're straight on every man, they're straight pressing them. As Harness tries to stop that going out, is that a goal kick? Yes, it is. Alan Judge trying to get someone in behind on the left wing there. You 308 Ipswich fan here, don't hate me when we score. You could score, don't get me wrong. But I think both sides, I think you'll agree with me here as an Ipswich fan, both sides have been quite average so far. Both sides having definite chances, but no real shots on target so far. Lewis has said, it's so nice to see shouting on the sidelines, something we haven't seen in a while. Yes, I was just saying, it's just a breath of fresh air, these two. Younger managers with new ideas, actually getting passionate on the sideline. Come on, boys, we need to do this. They're doing it. And personally, it's working very well. The players look motivated already. They look like jackets behind them. And the football they played before that, where they were like, oh, well, we're 1-0 down. Oh, we're 2-0 down. It's not that anymore. It looks more like we're actually going at games. We're going to try and get as many goals as possible. We're going to press the teams that we can press to do what we can do. As Cannon wins the ball and just pings it straight into Ipswich's centre mid, and it's now their ball. As they come forward here, he's dummied Watmore. Watmore's brought him down just before the edge of the box. Free kick to Ipswich in a very dangerous position there. A bit of a mistake from Cannon. He's picked up the ball and gone to play it across field and just punted it straight into the Ipswich player, who's then run forward and darted around Watmore before being brought down. Cynical challenge, really, but it has to be done. I think he's gone into the book for that one as well. Yes, he has. This could be a dangerous area here for Pompey. Ipswich could definitely bend this one in if they have a free kick taker, which I don't know if they do. Well, yes, it did. I am worried. I've got Alan Judge standing over it alongside another player. Alan Judge is one that I know from Ipswich from previous. I do apologise if I don't know a lot of the Ipswich lads, but, you know, it's quite difficult to understand a lot of the opposition team when you don't know. Oh, we have Andy Cannon laying down behind the wall, just in case he goes to put one underneath. You don't see that in League One very often. I mean, you do see it sometimes, but not as often as you do see other things. Well, look, I'm going to get Ipswich's team numbers up now so I can actually have a look at who they are. Because as much as I know who some of them are, I don't know who all of them are. As the Ipswich free kick, I think, has been parried away there by Craig McGilvray. A well-struck free kick, but not troubling him. Alan Judge did strike it over the wall. Very good save, actually. Just watching it back, it was going in the middle height of the goal. McGilvray down to his left, saves it. Lewis says, bit of a silly error to give away, especially so early. Yes. However, I don't think there's much he could have done. I think if he got round him, then he was through and he could have had a shot and gone in. Shane Fraser, what are you watching, Portsmouth? I'm watching them on iFollow, mate. I've got it on my laptop streaming to my TV. Well, my mum's laptop, because I'm using my laptop to do this. But yes, I got it on my laptop up the TV. My TV's over there as opposed to, well, there. My stream's back to front. But yeah, my TV's over there at the moment. So I'm watching it over there and then commentating for you. You 308, no worries. It's a good coverage, better than the Drunken Town version of the same. Well, I haven't watched him before. I don't know if it's good. J1DE, how do you watch our games? On iFollow. I pay the £10 each week and I get them up. So on my laptop, I put the Xbox cable, HDMI cable, through to my TV. And who's on my signed shirt? Well, here's the funny thing. I'm not fully sure who all of the people on it are. I can't remember what season it is, but I think there's people like Ben Close on there. It's within Ben Close, Jack Watmore. I think it's a League Two season. I think it's the season when we got the playoffs. As opposed, I will check actually. Let's check this. We'll check now what season shirt that is, because I'm not doing anything else other than watching this game. It's a good question actually from you. Who is on my signed shirt? So we'll search it up on my phone. Lewis says, I wonder if this ref will square up to Alan Judge. Hopefully not. I can't remember who it was that did that, but I think he's had a bit of a track record. But once again, referees, they have their work out not doing it. So, yeah. But we're going to have a look and see what year that away shirt was from. Because I need to check now. So it's that one. So it's not that season. I'm going back through all the years here, trying to work out what year that was from. I've just written 14-16, which isn't actually a season. As Ipswich come through, they've cut through the middle of our midfield there. It's gone out to the right wing to Norwood, who strikes it straight into Watmore, out to Cannon, who clears it quite far away. I am getting a bit worried now that Ipswich might actually be able to score, but we're setting up not brilliantly attacking at the moment. Could it be that one? I think I've found it. So it was 13-14 that year. So if I search up the squad, Portsmouth squad 13-14, and we'll have a look at who would have signed it. So we'll see if there's any actual good players on there, or if it's just, your usual. So that was the Richie Barker year as well. So not a great year. So we'll have a look at the players. So we have Phil Smith, Trevor Carson as our keepers that year. Yassine Mutakil as a defender. Bonzingala, Danny East, Joe De Vera, Sonny Bradley, Marcus Painter, Daniel Alfie, Nicky Shorey, absolute legend, Ben Chorley, Adam Webster, Jack Watmore, Andy Barcher, Romain Padovani, Ricky Holmes, Johnny Ertel, another legend. Simon Ferry. So Lewis, yes, pretty sure that's the year Simon Ferry could have played for us. He did. Simon Ferry, Wes Fogden, Danny Hollins. Wes Fogden now obviously at Havant. Danny Hollins, Thierry Racon, Ben Close, Jed Wallace, Bradley Tarbuck. And then in attack, Tom Craddock, Ryan Bird, Ryan Taylor, Patrick Angiman, Michael Jenner, and Jake Jervis. Jake Jervis back then. So he would have started. So all of them players are possibly on that signed shirt. I also, if you can see it there, have a Christian Burgess thing my granddad brought me back from Cyprus a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, he has now left the club. I did love him when he was here. I'm going to try and see if I can get this down a little bit more because I'm quite low. Everything's up here. But yeah, so that's who signed that shirt. As we go into the 24th minute of the game now. Oh. Once again, this game's not been the most interesting. I don't know if anyone else is watching it, but it's just kind of been. But as that we've hoofed it up to them and they've headed it straight down to Harness, who takes it to the right, looks to run, plays it back to Bolton or sideways to Bolton, however you look at it. Then back to Naylor, across to Harness again. Harness looking for a pass, gets onto Bolton, out on the right flank, back again to Naylor, who hits it first time to Williams, 1-2 with him, back to Naylor, to Cannon now in the middle, squares it out to Lee Brown on the left mid. Curtis inside, gets blocked straight out, and I think it's going to trickle out. No, it's not. Cannon hits it out for an exit throw in. Yes, sheesh, that is who I've got on that shirt. Well, a few of them anyway. I think the key one there is Jed Wallace now at Adam Webster as well now at Brighton. Jed Wallace now at Millwall, doing quite well for them. But yeah, I've had that shirt for quite a few years actually. It's just not been on my wall, and obviously you don't see it in my YouTube background because that's my YouTube background as opposed to that wall because it's not big enough. But yes, Nfiala passes it back to Hope, who gets pressed by Hawula, but he just knocks it out to the left side, his centre back. A lot of the Pompey players here are on Ipswich's tails as Harness presses the left back into giving him the ball. Oh, nearly. Good pressing, but he's just about knocked it past him. Out to Naylor. Naylor back to Bolton, who dummies him, but nearly gets caught out still. To Watmore, as we saw a trailing arm from Cowley there, pointing at where they've got to play it. Bolton hoofs it long to Hawula, who could get on the end. No, Hope's come out and headed it out. Lewis Haynes says good passing there. Yes, we're playing some very good passing football today. Undoubtedly today, this has been quite good. Do you have a membership to watch it, or is it one-time purchase? I purchase it every game. So I purchased it today, just before this. I purchased it last game. So I purchase it every time. You just need a Pompey account, which is free. And then you go every game, you just click buy membership or go to live match enter and then click watch. And it will send you through. You just need a card. You pay for that £10 every game. As my thing's frozen, but it's now restarted itself. With Hope in goal with the ball. Just on the edge of his area. As we look at an empty Fratton Park, it's depressing to look at that stand just completely empty. Fratton should be dragging the players to score some goals, but they're not currently. As the ball's up to Raggett, who beats Norwood for the header, and then Naylor wins his header as well, just as far as the central midfielder. As I said, I am going to get the numbers up now. So we have 1 is Thomas Hurley, 4 is Luke Chambers, 22 is Toto Nsiala, 5 is Wilson, 3 is Ward, 22 is Dazelle, 15 is Bishop, 17 is Keenan Bennett, 7 is Gwyn Edwards, 18 is Judge, and 10 is Norwood, just in case I forget. Liam Pryor, good to see the ball spending a bit of time on the floor. Yes, there has been a bit of hoofball, don't get me wrong, but I think there's mainly been clearances. But it is, under jacket, it would be, right, we need to attack, right, hoof, right, we need to get the ball forward, yeah, we'll just smack it. But yeah, it's good to see. We're trying to pass it around as opposed to just knocking it over them. As they get the play back underway from the throw-in, it's hoof long. Hawula nearly on the end of it there. Goes to press one centre-back and then gets forced to press the other one as well. And it's just going to trickle out for a goal kick to Portsmouth. Still 0-0, 27 minutes in. It's not been the best game. We'll go catch up with some of the other games now. It should have hit half-time. or nearly hit half-time. Southampton back underway and back in the goals. They're now 3-0 up. Gineppo, Redmond and Adams with the goals there. I wanted to see Bournemouth do well, but never really going to happen. Brentford are 1-0 against Nottingham Forest at half-time. Pompey obviously 0-0. Newport 0, Letterkenny 0, and Stevenage have taken the lead against Carlisle. That's a good result for Stevenage there. Carlisle slipping away from any chance of getting anything at the minute. They're not doing well. As I just type something up here, and I can't spell Bournemouth. That's a bit embarrassing. Let's things up. I've had another comment. I will check that in a second. I'm just going to sort this thing out very quickly on what I was doing. Yep, there we go. I'm going to put the scores on the bottom for you in case you want to know them. Or update these as well when they get done, when goals go in. I can see there is a comment. I am not ignoring you. I cannot see it currently. But English games, it's obviously not 3 o'clock, so I can put all of them up that are currently going on. Because there's not too many of them to type up. Orient, that's not the name of their team. Right, and that is going to scroll across the bottom. Boom. There you go, all of the scores on the doors for you there. And we'll go back to the comments. Lewis, would you think of doing a watch along with an opposing team's fan? Or more likely going to be you and your dad? There is definitely potential to be opposing teams' fans come in. Obviously, I don't know many of them at the minute, but for instance, if we play Fleetwood, I might try and get Cod's Vlogs on for a little bit. It might not happen, but you never know. When you're only a small-scale YouTuber, it's hard to get bigger names on. But yeah, I will try and get opposition fans on. But a lot of the time, it will be you two, because you contribute to my channel a lot. But there will be other Pompey fans as well if they want to come on. They are definitely welcome to do so. But I can trust you at the moment. And I think you love coming on yourself, don't you, Lewis? But it's still not much happening in this game as Holy has the ball again inside his area. Not much going on. As he hoofs it long again, up to looking for Norwood. Raggett beats him for the header and throws him on the floor. Back to Cannon from Curtis, who's been mauled to the floor, but the referee has given nothing. Luke Chambers comes forward, knocks it through to Norwood, gets it across. Javois. That should have been 1-0 there. That should have been 1-0. No doubt over that. That should have been a goal for Ipswich. Brilliant work from Norwood, who gets the ball across in search of Bennett. Bennett just about hits it. Watmore getting himself in the way. Sorry, not Watmore. Bolton gets himself in the way, and just before Judge can get in at the back post, we managed to just about Watmore blocks him off, and McGilvray jumps on the ball. Lewis, it is always nice to put a point across and make a channel grow. Nearly at 600. Yes, mate. It is nice to get your point across. It's nice to get anyone's point across. And it's nice to nearly be at 600. Hopefully we can do that. 541 as it stands. Helen commented a minute ago saying 1-1, hopefully. Run of Housery results, I think. I'm not going to swear on the channel, but I think you can guess what she said. Yeah, definitely could be 1-1. But hopefully, I'm going to check something as well here. Do we have Chris Crean in this stream? He says, mate, respect all the way from Australia. I'm a Pompey supporter in the Gold Coast. I think it's a great appointment and I'm excited to get waking up early again and watch the games. Play up Pompey. If he's here, let me know. Fair play to you, mate, for tuning in Australia. It's amazing that the Pompey have fans all around the world. As Edwards presses McGilvray, but he gets it clear. So Bennett presses him, not Edwards. I think Ipswich's centre-back pairing is quite strong, but so is Pompey's so far today. As Ipswich have hoofed it long. I'm not sure who's going to get this, McGilvray or Watmore, but it is safe. Joe Charifa, just for the record, if Sporting wins tonight, we'll be 7 wins away from winning the league. Yes, it's a phenomenal achievement that will be for Sporting. I think they've deserved it from the start of the season. Porto, Benfica, they've knocked those two off their perches and they've taken the league title. Fair play to you. Jacob Palmer, what do you think of Newport signing Joe Ledley and Paddy Madden leaving Fleetwood? Well, you never know. Yeah, Paddy Madden leaving Fleetwood, that's surprising. As Ipswich come down the wing to Norwood. Norwood's through 1-0. Norwood has just made the game 1-0. in Ipswich's favour. That is not good. Let's just say that. We'll change this now. That is painful. The Danny Cowley regime has started, and we are already 1 goal down to Ipswich at home. It happens. You have to move on. Norwood with the goal. Good work. Through to him down the right side of the box, and he's fired it across goal into the far left side of the net, and it's 1-0. I will answer that question again in a second. For that, there we go. The live scores again. Norwood makes it 1-0 to 0. Well, we move up now, so I will answer that Jacob question. What do you think of Newport signing Joe Ledley and Paddy Madden leaving Fleetwood? Joe Ledley going to Newport, so like a FIFA career mode signing. Don't know how they've done that. And Paddy Madden leaving Fleetwood, yes, that's really weird. I don't know why he's done that, but he has probably about game time. He's different. They're probably a bigger club, if I'm being honest, than Fleetwood. But Fleetwood are League One, Stockport aren't. But you never know. It's one of those signings. Jeff, 1 down, yeah, not good. You 308 listening from South Africa here. Fair play to you. I don't know what the time zone is there. Do let me know. Helen Healy, still about 55 minutes left. Still think we'll win. Yeah. Can Pompey come from behind for the first time since April 2018 to win? And it'll be the first time Cowley has to. Can we do it? Jude says, FS. I know what that means. Yeah, it's not great. Lewis Hayden, he's a dangerous striker in the box. Most of the time he scores them. Still a while to go. We'll bring this back. Yeah. As I said, I'd be happy with a draw from today. And it's not been coming, but I could see it happening once again. It's one of those goals that it's not necessarily deserved. Don't get me wrong. But it's happened and I'm not surprised. Let's just say that. As the results are still the same. I'm going to check the League 2 ones out. So we've got to update anything there. No, I do not. That is how the results do sit. Do subscribe if you are new. If you're not a subscriber already, please do go hit that subscribe button down below. It means loads to me for every single one of you. Should be a live stream as well on Tuesday night if I can get one going. Oh no, don't have a game Tuesday. It's the first Tuesday we have off. Next Saturday there'll be one for the Shrewsbury game. U308 GMT +2. Wow, fair enough. So it's not too late then. I'm guessing it's brilliant for you that the game's at 1 o'clock as opposed to 3, because otherwise it'd be 5. So yeah, so it's brilliant the game for you at 3 o'clock. It's a Saturday 3 o'clock in South Africa. That's amazing for you then, I suppose. As Ipswich come down the left again with Alan Judge, who cuts back inside and just knocks it quickly. Ipswich looking a lot more controlled in the game now. I wouldn't say Pompey are out of this game, but we're not necessarily in it fully. As still time. There's still plenty of time to get back in this one, though. Not even half time yet. We'll get Lewis back in at half time to chat about all things that have happened, and we'll discuss anything what you've said. I'm just going through Twitter now, and someone has put, can change the manager in system, but you can't change a player. Raggett just simply isn't good enough, and hopefully the Cowleys don't hold his time with him at Wickham as a point to play him over Rasmus. I think that he means Lincoln, but yeah, I think, if he's not playing well, then he's got to be out of the team, hasn't he? I'm looking at the goal back now. It's Raggett again. Raggett's just been spun. Oh. Yeah, he's just... I think that's an unlucky goal. I think Pompey have been solid at the back. And the moment I said that, Raggett gets spun on his heel and then it's 1-0. But yeah, as we said, you got to be positive. It's a new manager. You can't just win you can't get a new manager and go, yeah, right now we win 87 games in a row. It doesn't happen. We could go 13th with a loss today. Hopefully that doesn't happen. 18th, 13th with a loss today. But Helen, I have seen your comment. He is. Hopefully the Cowleys can get him playing again when they get to train properly. It hasn't happened yet, but could it happen from now? I'm not sure. As Harness tries to play it inside, but it's cut out straight away. Judge has now picked it up. Pompey, it's not been great so far. But when you change a system, you change your manager, it's going to take time to settle into it. As they've done a FIFA tactic and hoofed it from right back to left back to stop us getting the ball. And now they've hoofed it forward in search of Norwood. Raggett heads it clear to Cannon out to Brown, and Pompey have the ball safely now. Brown does a fake shot, sends him, but now he has no options. Plays it to Naylor. Naylor back to the lanky man, Raggett. Raggett out to Brown, who's once again got no options. Out to Curtis down the wing. Curtis gets cut out, and it's out for a Pompey throw-in just inside our own half. 1-0 to Ipswich, though. Pompey fans, let me know what you think. Oh, I've only just seen that U308 has commented Ipswich may not have been playing well recently. New manager still trying to find where issues are. Saying the right things, but results are what will count. Agreed. Even if you're not playing well, if you get the 3 points, you get the 1 point, you play well and you get results. You can play really badly and get 3 points. You could get battered with only 1% possession. You still, that 1% could be a header from a corner. It's still the goal that matters. Pompey down in now. NCR clears it. Lewis Hayden. Maybe what I said about Raggett might come back to bite me. You never know. It's taken time. Dara Wahab 87. Come on, Ipswich. Fair enough to you. Thanks for tuning in. You're 1 goal up. You happy with that goal, or do you think you need to go for more? Would you take sitting back now, or do you want to go for 2 or 3? Let me know. As Bolton gets it in the right back position, plays it to Harness. Harness to Bolton again, who's got an option in Watmore, who's found himself some space. Out to Harness, who is fouled and wins the free kick just inside their own half on the right flank. The Cowley screaming at us to get back into this game. And I can see us doing it. The silly foul to make there from the left back, Ward, but it happens. He just runs straight into the back of Harness. I'm going to say something here as well. I don't think any of the teams that go up this season will do well in the Championship. Most seasons you get a couple of teams will go up. Like Coventry have this season, they've done fairly well. Barnsley did it. They had a bad first season, but now they're flying. But I think none of the teams that will go up this season will stay there. Even if it is Pompey, I don't think we'll stay there. Sunderland, yes, they're good in League One. Don't think they'd cope in the Championship unless they had severe investment. Hull, they're not good enough, not consistent enough. Lincoln, they're the same. You know, Peterborough maybe, but they always have a bit of a slip, don't they? But once again, you never know. You 308, no, we have to keep pushing. Fair enough. I think every team you go 1-0 up, you want more goals. You can't accept, we'll take the 1-0. Yeah, we'll take a 0-0. But we need to push now. But I think what you'll probably do is set up to not go full on, let's go batter them, but go more. Why is it saying on my screen Portsmouth 0-0 Ipswich? But I think you'll set up to go a bit more counter. It says on my screen now Pompey 0-0 Ipswich. I'm going to put a different one up. I'm going to put that one on because I don't know why it's saying Pompey 0-0 Ipswich, because as we all know, that isn't the score. So I'll have to change that again. 0-1 Ipswich. As much as I don't want to admit that, it is 0-1, so to speak. Save that. And we'll go and check the other scores. As we approach half-time now, only 7 minutes of this half to go. Brentford are back out for the second half against Nottingham Forest. Southampton are still 3-0 up. Obviously, the late kick-off today is Everton versus Man City in the Cup, followed by Brighton versus Newcastle. The other games in League One today, though, Accrington hosting Wigan, Charlton travel to fellow London club Wimbledon, MK Dons, they travel to Burton. Swindon, they travel to Fleetwood looking to get out of the relegation zone. Gillingham host Doncaster, a team in good form. Northampton, they host Crewe. Northampton, another team in bad form, wanting to do something else. Blackpool travel to Oxford. Both sides want to be in the playoffs. Plymouth, they host Bristol Rovers. Peterborough, the other high flyers, travel to Rochdale. Hull travel to Shrewsbury. And Lincoln travel to Sunderland. All very big games there. Another comment, agree with that. Town will always also really battle if we do somehow make it up. Yeah, I think Ipswich are another team. They're a Championship team. I think if I could name, if you look at the top 6 in the league, well, not top 6, Pompey aren't in that. Look at the top 10. Hull, Championship club. Peterborough, Championship club. Well, Peterborough are on the board, and they're like 20th and below in the Championship, top 4 in League One in terms of club size. Sunderland, Championship / Premier League club. Lincoln, League 2, League 1 club. Ipswich, Premier League / League Championship club. As much as some people may not want to admit it, they've won a European Cup. They've won more European trophies than Arsenal have. As we have a corner with Curtis whipped into the box. Get in! Naylor with the header into the top corner. Portsmouth 1, Ipswich 1. Curtis's corner into Naylor. Naylor smacks it on his head into the top corner. Portsmouth 1, Ipswich 1. What a goal. Whipped in there, right-footed from Curtis. Naylor leaps highest and straight into that top corner. I think he got slightly unmarked there. Raggett also beating his man. Raggett happy that his mistake has been made up. Pompey have now made it 1-1. So we'll have to change this banner again. Portsmouth 1, Ipswich 1. Tom Naylor gets the first Portsmouth goal of the Danny Cowley era at Portsmouth. What a goal it was as well. Pompey have tweeted, Skipper, yes. Helen Healy, yes, get in. Jude, Pup, Cods Vlogs, hope you're well, mate. I am, thank you very much. Hope you are as well. If you want to come in at half time, mate, feel free. I can chuck you a link if you want one. Jude, Pup, Evan, Pompey goal. Yes, there has been one. Lewis, 1-1. Evan, 1-1. Yep. Stats so far, Portsmouth, 57%. Thank you for putting that in. That's helpful. If you want to read that, that's in the comments. The stats. Paul O'Neill, up the Blues. That's my dad. Yes. Jude, get the F in. Yep. Get in there. Skipper, drinking some tea there. I don't know if you can see it. Goal, Tom Naylor, as he sips on some tea. Lovely. That is brilliant from him. Great header as well. I don't think you'll get many goals better than that in this game, unless he wants to smack them from 40 yards. But yes, Pompey are back in the game. And they're back in it well as well. I don't think that was undeserved whatsoever. Any Ipswich fans here, do you think that was a good goal? Do you think that was deserved? Because obviously as a Pompey fan, I wear blue tinted glasses, don't I? And I see it from a Pompey view. But Pompey looking to get a second now. As we get the ball cannon out to Brown on the left, who whips it into the box, cleared away by Enciala, just to the central midfielder as they get it underway again. Get it up. Oh, Watmore's intercepted a ball through to Norwood, and he runs forward, doing a Matt Clark run to Harness. Harness across to Hawula into the box. He's turned. He's back to Curtis. Oh, he's just wide to the far post. Should have been 2-1 there, possibly, but it's not. Hawula doing quite well there, actually, to bring the ball down, turn him, and hold on to it. Good work from Harness with the cross. Good movement from Hawula. That's what I like to see. Pompey fans, are you happy with that? If you're watching, did you think it was a good goal? I know Lewis is watching. Maybe he should have shot himself there, Hawula, but he didn't, and it should have been a goal anyway. Curtis unhappy with himself that he's not got another goal. But Tom Naylor gets the first goal of the new era at Portsmouth Football Club. Do you think that's the right man to get it? I think the captain has done well. The captain gets the first goal of a new manager's era. What more could you want? What more could you want? What more could you want? Maybe he could have headed it in, but he didn't. We'll go for another couple of the results now. If there have been any other goals, I will add them up. There hasn't in League Two, none in the FA Cup, and Brentford still lead 1-0. So all the games are still the same scorelines. But I think to be fair, a 1-1 so far in this game, I think, is definitely fair. As I try to adjust this camera slightly without breaking it, there we go. But I think a 1-1 is definitely fair so far. We'll scroll up in case I've missed any comments. Cosrog saying, I hope you're well. I am. Yeah, I think I've read out all the comments that I've seen. Some more stats there from U308. Once again, Portsmouth Ipswich possession, home 59, away 41. We've had more of the ball. Shots, we've had 2, they've had 4. Fairly even again. Shots on target, 2-2. Corners, 1-1. Fouls, 5-8. So it's quite an even game. He says, Matt, I can't place formatting correctly. Don't worry about it. Good stats there. Thanks for putting that in because I couldn't see that. Lewis has said, I can either see 1-1 full time or a few goals each side. It's interesting at the moment. It definitely is. It definitely is. As we have about 30 seconds here plus some extra time before we get Lewis back in and we talk about halftime. If Lewis wants to join in, hopefully he does, because I don't want to have to discuss it with myself. I hope Lewis is here to answer some questions from me and to talk about the first half before he will eventually shoot off again. But it is just about to head into the 46th minute now. An additional 2 minutes of the game added on. So we have 2 minutes left in this first half. Hopefully Lewis is ready to join, ready to chat and ready to talk about that first half. Do send in any more questions you have because I will answer them. I answer everything. We've got 14 viewers now, doing quite well. But it's hoof long. Curtis just misses out to Enciala. Back to Cannon, who turns the midfielder out to Brown, who is in space down the left mid. Lewis said, I'll join. Thank you very much. Curtis is brought down the edge of the box with a foul not given. Ipswich, that should have been a foul there. Ipswich do come over the ball, but they've not got far. And it's just inside their own half now. They're still holding on to it. They're just happy to pass it about with each other. Now they're trying to hit us on the counter-attack. Through the middle, up to Norwood, who knocks it back to absolutely no one. Cannon and Curtis trying to work out who's actually going to take the ball. Lewis says, yes, I'll join, mate. Thank you very much. And E.Wright7 says, play up Pompey. Indeed, play up Pompey. Hopefully we can get the 3 points today. We need them more than Ipswich do anyway. Up to Harness now in the middle, who goes to pass it, but misses the ball completely and kicks underneath it. Still 1-1 in the game. Out to the left flank now to Bennett, who cuts inside the Judge, who's kind of controlling the play for Ipswich today. If I'm being honest, he's doing most of their work. out to the right flank, where he's just kind of stood on the ball, not knowing what he wants to do. Back inside, I think, to Chambers now. Goes across to Enciala, who goes across to the left centre-back. And I think that's going to be just about it for the first half. I think I'm a bit behind the stream, but I think that is going to be just about it. The keeper, Holy, has the ball. Just hoofs it long there. In search of Norwood, who doesn't win the header. Brown wins the header. Into Kurt Cannon. Cut out. Judge gets the ball. Edge of the box. Is he going to have a shot? On the wing now. They come into the box. Flashed across the goal. No one on the end of it. Curtis picks out the other side. And I think that's going to be half-time. And it is. Half-time is Portsmouth 1. Ipswich 1. I think that's it's been a good half. We'll edit that to say half-time just in case no one knows. Lewis is back in. So we will... We'll add him back in now. I think he's ready. We'll add him in. Well, Lewis, what did you think of that first half then?
Right, so like the first 15, 20 minutes, very stale, quite boring game. Didn't expect a lot from the first half. Thought going to be 0-0. And then they had some good build-up. We had good passing throughout the first half. It's nice to see good passing for once. And then Ipswich have hit us. Obviously, Raggets made the mistake, and leaving James Nord in the box is never a good thing to do because when he was at Tranmere, you know what I mean? Like, he scores goals, and that's what he does in the box. He's good at it.
He does it for fun.
And I wasn't expecting to come back as quickly as I thought we did. It was a nice corner in by Curtis, the header was beautiful. Like, it was off the post or everything. Nice header. It's just nice to see that we're passing the ball a bit more, and it's nice to see a manager on the sidelines that's actually showing some passion.
That's what I was going to pick up on as well. You can see they like pan the camera on, and you just see an arm just point up. He's going, "Come on, go that way, do this, do that." Curtis, what's it called? Kenny was just like that.
Yeah, because I noticed when we played Peterborough, obviously we had Joe Gallen for that game, but I noticed with Joe Gallen as well. He was shouting passion. He was fuming the game. Like, he was showing his passion. Like, and it's the same with the Cowley brothers. They're showing it. Like, you saw when they had a quick drinks break. Curtis was having a bit of a moan, and you saw Nick Cowley. He was going like he was telling him what to do. He was he was getting his point across. You know what I mean?
Definitely, I think that these two, as much as it is only 1-1, we've only seen half of their football. The way we're playing, the way they're acting, the way the players seem to be acting as well, it looks more positive overall. Especially looking at it, we're passing the ball, just popping it around them. And when we do lose it, you see Nicky or Danny going, "Right, lads, just come down, it's fine, don't worry. Pick the ball up, we'll go again." And with Jacket, we never fought from behind. You could see the reaction. We went 1-0 down and we were straight, boom, we want the goal. We need to get back in this. Jeff,
what was it? You said
happy with that so far.
You said 2018 is when
2018.
the last time we come back from a lead. That's shocking.
It's nearly been 3 years since we won from behind.
It's not good enough. And like we said at the start of the game, this game was always going to be hard. New manager coming in, you have to change it up. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen as much passing in a Pompey side this season as I have this game. And you can see the instant change. Obviously, we're drawing. I take that at the moment after the way the first half panned out, because it's going to be a very interesting second half, because at least there's either going to be 2-3 goals each side, or it's going to be stale 1-1. Like, there's no in between. I don't see with this game, because it's both new managers, new clubs trying to play the way they want to play. We have some sort of indication, obviously, how Paul Cook plays. He might have changed it a lot since then, though. But like, at the end of the day, it's going to be very, very interesting second half.
It will be. Jeff says 1-1. Happy with that so far. I wouldn't necessarily take it, but I'm happy. You 308, Lewis. I think this one's aimed at you. LOL at wallpaper. Cute. I think they're enjoying your wallpaper as opposed to anything else there.
It's vibrant. It's nice wallpaper.
It's vibrant, yes. Jacob has said, "Big up, Lou." Obviously, yeah, bigging you up there.
Oh, Jake Mush.
But you look at the stats as well. Pompey having more of the ball, not necessarily doing as much with it, but they've had more of it. I think Pompey are trying to control the game as much as they possibly can, and we're doing it quite well, in my opinion. Do you think second half will change anything, or do you think it'll stay roughly the same?
I feel like the second half it'll be mainly the same from a Pompey perspective. We'll be passing the ball a lot. We'll be doing the same as we did the first half. We've had chances like with the ball into Hawula. He took the extra touch. We've had crosses in. We've had good play between Harness, Bolton, and Naylor. They've been playing it well. Cannon's been playing well. Like, Curtis is on the ball. He's been taken out a few times, which I always find with opposing teams. They always target Curtis. He's an easy target.
Focus.
They love Curtis. So I can see, like, obviously, we don't know what Cowley's like in the dressing room. Should we say, like, he could be in there now giving them a rollicking. We never know. Like, but the way I see it is, if I can see the second half mainly panning out the same. I can see us both scoring again.
Yeah.
But I just hope we can get over this drought of coming back from losing scenario. Then we can finally get over that hurdle.
Yeah, well, we've got another guest coming in. Dad has rejoined us. Now, we're hoping that his microphone or headphones will be working. We'll try it again. If we can't hear him, we might have to boot him out. He is smiling in the back room, so we'll add him in. Hello, Dad. What did you think of that first half?
Can you hear me, first of all?
Right, just about. Yes, that's better.
It's better.
It is. Yes, we can hear you. Well done. It's been solved.
Well, we get somewhere, mate. Get somewhere. First half, what do I think about it? I thought we were pretty poor, to be fair, the first 20, 25 minutes. Raggett, for me, still got too many mistakes in him. I wouldn't even play him from the start, so I'd have him off. The goal they scored was a great finish, to be fair to Norwood. But
yeah,
we've come back into the game a bit towards the end. We're keeping the ball, certainly in the last 10 minutes. But I still think we lack a killer instinct at the top. We're not really creating that much. Yes, it was a good header from Naylor, but we need to be far more threatening in the final third in the second half. We're going to win this game. I don't think.
Yeah, well, U308 said not to panic you, but Town have usually played better second half. He did also say that he can't hear you, Dad. That might be a problem. We do apologise. We need to get this sorted. We can hear him slightly, but I think you have to turn him up quite a lot to be able to hear him. But apologies if you can't hear Dad, or just see him going. But anyway, jack it out, yes. He said not to panic you, but Town have usually played better in the second half. Hopefully, that's not true today, and we can hold them out. But Pompey, do we normally play better second half? No, we don't. We just kind of continue it. But once again, new manager, new ideals, new everything. And I've gone fuzzy again. I don't know what's going on here. Right, I'm not fuzzy anymore. But yeah, new manager. Oh, as Forest have found an equaliser away at Brentford. I need to put that on the bottom of the screen shortly. But yeah, new manager, new ideals, everything changes. The Ports are saying, can I join? We're going to be going back to just me in a minute, mate. I don't think I can add people just yet, as I sent Dad and Lewis a link before the game, so sorry about that one, mate. But we need to edit the score lines, as Nottingham Forest have found an equaliser. First of all, though, what do you reckon the score will be now we've seen that first half, sorry, Lou? We'll start with you. What do you think?
Right. After that first half, I can see a 2-2 draw. I can see a lot of the same half again. I can see them scoring again. They look like they're looking good. We're looking good at the end of the second half. We look very positive. We look like we're going to score again. We nearly got a quick goal after the Naylor, the header. So I can see it being 2-2. I would like to win, but as I've said, like it's going to be a hard game. Like first game with new manager, like it's going to it all fit into place soon enough. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, definitely. And Dad, we'll go to you now. Try shouting, that might help. But what do you reckon for this second half? Do you reckon Pompey will win? Do you reckon Ipswich will come out on top? Or do you reckon it will stay roughly down the middle with a draw?
I'm going to stay with my original prediction. I think we'll win 2-1.
Think we'll win 2-1. Right, and that would mean, if that does happen, or we do win from here, it will be the first time a Portsmouth side has come from behind to win a game since April 2018. Under new management, new ideals start and new records are broken. Can it happen? That's the question on every Pompey fan's mind now. Can we fight back? Lewis has probably just dropped something there and possibly smashed it. Hopefully not.
No.
I think the underlying feeling now is Pompey need a win. Ipswich need a win. Pompey want a win. Ipswich want a win. But once again, we'll look at the table as it stands because obviously teams aren't playing at the minute. It's not a 3 o'clock. Unless you are from South Africa, then it is a 3 o'clock. But Pompey and Ipswich now, Pompey up to 8th as it stands, 53 points, 2 points off Ipswich, who are now 7th. who are also joint on points of the playoffs. If Pompey can find a winner, whether or not it's just until 5 o'clock, Pompey will be in the playoffs again. If we can find a winner, that may be until 5 o'clock when the other teams have finished. But before then, Pompey will be into the playoffs. Do you think we can hold it, Lewis?
I would like to think we could hold it after the games we've got. With the games we've got coming up, I'd like to think if we were to get in there now, we'd be able to cement our place with the games we've got. But this is Pompey. We never do stuff the easy way. We rely on teams a lot, to be fair. This is like I said, like new management. A lot's going to be happening come the end of the season. It's going to be a very interesting end to the season.
Definitely. And Dad, once again, he may have to scream and shout and lay it up. But anyway, he may have to shout. But what do you think? Do you think Pompey will be able to get playoffs, or do you think they'll be able to go further, or not get them at all? What do you reckon?
The minimum we have to get is the playoffs. The minimum.
Minimum?
So the minimum.
Think we're going to win the league, do you? God.
No.
So,
I'm not saying that. But
with a point today, before Hull have played, with a point with 15 points behind them.
no, I'm not saying we're
Yeah, there we go. There's the moment of realisation. And even Peterborough, we're even 12 points behind them. So I've gone fuzzy again.
No,
Don't know what's going on there.
They can lose 5 and we can win 5. You never know. But,
we don't even need that to happen because we've played less games than them.
no, but in all seriousness, this season would be a disaster if we don't get in the playoffs.
Yeah. Do you personally think, just before the second half starts, do you think that if we get playoffs, the Cowleys deserve another contract to take them into the end of next year, or maybe further?
Yes.
Yes, Lewis?
Right, the way I see it personally, they've got 12, 13 games. A lot, they're going to start to learn a lot within these next few games. I'm not expecting drastic changes, but I feel like personally, even if we don't make the playoffs, we give them another season, play their football, get the players they want in if we can, and go from there on. I don't feel like we should get rid of them if we don't get playoffs, because that would just give no confidence to the managers. And I just think if you're a manager wanting to manage a club, you're going to look at us and think, well, if you do that after 12 games, what's it going to be like after a certain amount of games? So the way I personally see it is even if we don't make playoffs, we keep the Cowley brothers for at least one more season to try and see what they can do with a full season, not just the last 10 to 12 games.
Yeah, definitely. U308 said he can hear you better now, Dad. Thank you. So, Dad, if it happens in future, just scream down the mic and it may actually work. But we're looking at a couple of highlights now. Judge had that free kick, didn't he? Just saved by McGilvray. Good save there. Cannon going for a little nap on the floor. But I don't know if there's been a lot of other chances realistically. Not much. I think there's only been one save. The stat said, other than McGilvray's one. Ipswich only having to make one real save other than the goal. I don't think really there's been much in either box. Lewis, would you agree with me there?
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Like, obviously, they had their chance with the goal. They've had one or two more chances. Pompey got their goal. They haven't really had a lot of chances. It's mainly just been middle of the park, passing, good tackling, getting the ball back, and a lot of interceptions. You know, like, it's been a very open game.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking back at the goal now. Raggett just got spun, didn't chase after him. He just he saw him go around him and just went, "Oh dear, oh no."
I've found that Raggett a few times. With Raggett, if he gets turned, his head will drop. He'll be like, "No, he can't." Like, he won't bother. I've motivated Raggett a few times where if something goes wrong, it will drop his head straight away, and it'll be like, "Nah, his head's gone." Sort of, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but you could see he went to the side of him, and instead of sprinting across and going to cut it out and stop him, he looked more to get round the back of McGilvray and back McGilvray up instead. Whereas McGilvray wants protecting.
I don't see that.
McGilvray wants protecting. He doesn't want you to back him up. He needs you to protect him. But the Pompey goal has been played again now. Wonderful header. I think Dad will agree with that. He's seen a lot of headers in his time. Not calling you old, don't worry. He's seen a lot of headers in his time on the earth. Would you say that was a good goal, well earned, Dad? Would you say it was well earned, that goal?
Yeah, quality header, mate.
Yeah, I think it wasn't like a bullet header. It wasn't like. Yeah, it wasn't like a bullet header that he just kind of knew what to do and he just guided it into that far corner, as opposed to going boff. That'd do.
Yeah, but if you look at the corner, the ball went in. You had Naylor unmarked that got the header, but then you had Sean Raggett was also up in the open, even if he headed it, and then you had someone at the back post that was open as well. So even if it wouldn't have hit Naylor, I still think we would have scored from this situation because we had a lot of players open back post, middle of the box. So I feel like we would have scored either way, but it was just nice to see a good header. Like they couldn't save it, so it was a good solid header from a player that has scored a lot of goals for us this season and a lot of good goals.
Yeah, definitely. The teams are making their way back out for the second half now. So I'm going to quickly just ask you score predictions for the last bit of this game. Lewis, you start us off.
I am going to go for a 2-2 full-time score.
Dad, what are you going for?
2-1.
2-1. Right, well, thank you for joining me again. I'll get you back in at full time if you want to talk for 5 or 10 minutes afterwards. And then the review will be out later. So I'll see you guys at full time. Enjoy the rest of the game. Time, hopefully, Pompey can do it. And I'll see you then.
At the Blues. Silla.
At the Blues. Well, that is still behind the screen. But, right, so U308 has now put, your attitude towards prospects sounds very similar to ours. Have given up realistically of finishing on top 2. So now just praying for players with much fear will bottle again. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. You think it'll be 2-1? Yeah, definitely could be. The teams are just about to kick off again. But Pompey do it every year. Pompey have a little bottle of the title. Well, we were top of the league at Christmas. That says it all, really. And now we're, 10th? Ipswich have done the opposite. Ipswich didn't really get going, did they? Ipswich didn't really start. Ipswich, not a team that got going at any point. I think they're getting going now compared to what it was. I'm just going to have a look and see if there's been any changes for either side. I don't think there has, from what I can see, unless someone's not come out and I just haven't noticed. As Ipswich get us underway, back to Enciala, who smashes it long. What more? Oh, the sprinklers come on again, and it's still spraying water. Luckily not onto the pitch, as Ipswich get it forward to Ward, who has a shot from distance, and it's saved comfortably by McGilvray. Now, I'm going to just quickly check there's been no other goals. I don't think there has. But most importantly, I'm going to go on Twitter now, because that is where I think I'll be able to see if there's been any subs. Because I haven't noticed any, but knowing my luck, there would have been. Or there would have been like 16 changes. But there hasn't been for Pompey. So I'll go on Ipswich's Twitter just to check in case you guys aren't watching or you're listening but you don't know. Yes, there has been no changes from either side. So both sides lining up both as they were in the first half. Pompey lining up in their 4-2-4. We'll put the lineups back on screen in case you've forgotten. So we'll do the Ipswich one first. The visitors: Holy in goal, Chambers, Enciala, Wilson, and Ward making up the back 4. Dazelle, Bishop, Bennett, Edwards, and Judge in the midfield, with Norwood leading the line for them. Is that a good Ipswich team? I think it personally is. They played quite well. And then we look at the Portsmouth team as Cannon comes forward with the ball back to Brown. McGilvray starting in goal, one of the best keepers in the league. Bolton and Brown as the fullbacks. Watmore and Raggett as the centre-backs. Raggett making a mistake for the goal. Williams and Curtis are our 2 wingers today, with Naylor and Cannon in a more holding role. Well, the 2 centre midfielders with Harness and Hawula. Harness and Hawula, or Harness on the right wing, and Williams leading the line. I think it is more of a 4-2-4. I thought it was a 4-2-3-1, which would mean we'd have Harness, Curtis, and then Williams and Hawula up front. We'll look now, though. So this is Pompey's head-to-head with them at the bottom of the screen here. Pompey have had 5 wins. There's been 2 draws, and Ipswich have had 2 wins. Now, Pompey have had a good record against Ipswich. Last season, beat them at home. Didn't get to play them away. There would have been a vlog for that one, but unfortunately, COVID. That was the first away game called off by COVID. Obviously, Accrington at home was called off as well, which led to me going to Dorking that day. But yeah, Ipswich away was called off due to the COVID regulations or whatever. So I'm just going to put this on the screen. Thoughts, Pompey fans? It is 1-1. But while I edit that, what have been your thoughts, or Ipswich fans, what have been your thoughts on the game? So we'll save that one. Norwood is down inside Portsmouth's half. I think there's been a collision with the centre-back there. What's happened? Oh no, he's just missed out on the ball and brought Raggett down. It's not anything bad. It's just one of those things that happens in football. Anyway, we'll get that one back up, and we'll go. I'm just an open-ended question to all of you, if you are watching. What do you think will happen in this second half? Who have been the key men you've seen? And what do you think of the rest of the season? Who is going up? comment in the side or comment down below, wherever it is. Comment who you think's going up. Comment, most of all, who's been the best team this season and what player you think has been the best League One player or the best player, or who should be in the England squad. We can talk about that as well because there is England games coming up. Who that's missed out should be in there. As Pompey get their second corner of the game, Curtis takes it, whips it into the box. I've lost the ball. Naylor wins it again into the box. Bolton hits it. Holy's grabbed it. Should have been 2-1 there. Raggett should have got a bit more power on that, but he doesn't. As Ipswich tried to counter, but Cannon catches the long ball out. Still 1-1 here in the 49th minute of the game. Harness now on the left, passes it out. Curtis just a bit too far for him. Charlie Hayden, big up Blake Lewis's brother there. Thank you, Charlie, for tuning in. But it's another throw-in for Ipswich down on their right-hand side. It's another corner, another bit of danger created there. Cowley's loving their corners, evidently. Raggett trying to get it over Holy's head, doesn't quite do it, and it's just another missed opportunity there for Portsmouth. Herwood now pressing down Holy, who boots it long up to the right wing, and I think that one's gone out for a Portsmouth throw-in. It has. Cowley on the sideline there, quite passionate, quite clapping the lads for pressuring what he wants them to do. He's quite alert. He's doing this. He's looking all over the pitch, assessing what he needs to do. And this as well, I think people are forgetting that the Cowley brothers are assessing what the Pompey players can do in this game. This isn't a game about, oh yeah, well, we know what they can do. They know what they can do in training. This is about how they do it into practice. They need to see this. So the players will still be trying to show the managers what they can do and why they should be playing. Oh. As Pompey just pop it around in the left corner of their own side, in between the Milton end and the south stand, the former away end. Ipswich fans, I'm sure, would have sold that one out today, but unfortunately haven't had the chance to, as Watmore drives forward and passes it out to Harness on the right wing. Williams has got a ponytail, Harness hasn't. Williams knocks it brilliantly around Ward, but then, I thought he got brought down. He didn't, apparently. It wasn't a foul. As Williams now frustratingly sprints straight into the Ipswich man, giving away a free kick. Lewis Hayden, can you see Lincoln bottling it? Yes, I can. I don't like to say it, but I can. I definitely can. We'll have a look at the table as it stands. So Lincoln currently sit fourth. They've got 6 points over Ipswich, or if we win, 6 points over us. They're what? They're 4 points off automatics, having played one game more. What are their recent results, though? I think that's another thing, as Watmore brings it out from the back. Lincoln have only won one game in their last 7. One win in 7. That's Pompey form, that is. So they beat Wigan away, but since that, they drew 2-2 to Swindon, lost 4-3 to Plymouth after coming from behind, then losing last minute. Lost to Fleetwood at home, 2-1. Beat Crewe 3-0 at home. They drew 1-1 with Lincoln, as Curtis cynically pulls down, I think, Luke Chambers there, and I think he's going to go into the book for that. It wasn't Luke Chambers, it was Bishop. They drew 1-1 with Lincoln, lost to Rochdale at home, and then lost to Gillingham at home as well. So they're not doing very well recently. In terms of form, I'll have a look at where they are in the actual form table. Pompey are quite low on that. If they can get a win today, that'd be nice. No win in our last 5 for us anyway. We'll have a look at the forms there in League One and just see roughly where they are at the moment. We'll look at the last 5. Lincoln are 19th in terms of the last 5 form. Pompey 23rd. So can I see them bottom of the league? Yes. The last 10 games as well. Lincoln, I can't find them. They're 15th. 10 points in the last possible 10. Definitely. But Pompey have been doing the same. We've bottled it. We need to now get it back. Lincoln could do the same. But Lincoln have got cross-whipped in there from the free kick out for a goal kick to Portsmouth. But yeah, Pompey did it. But Pompey need to now cope with it and get back. Lincoln never expected to get the playoffs. So anything they get, they expect top half. Anything other than that's a bonus. Jacob has said, now that the Cowleys are in, are you happy with them over Stendhal? Now, that's a difficult question. In terms of over Stendhal, possibly Stendhal could have been better for Pompey in terms of attacking football, but you're not going to get many better managers out there than the Cowley brothers, especially as a duo. They know League One, they know motivation, they know how to get lesser players playing better, they know how to get players such as Curtis playing how he wants to, and they still want to play attacking football. So I'm happy with that appointment. Out of 10, I'd give it a 9. I'm not going to give it a 10 because a 10 would be like a Pep Guardiola coming in. But yeah, would you make a sub now? If so, who? I might make one, Possibly. I'm going to have a look who's actually on our bench because I know we haven't got a striker on our bench, so I couldn't bring a striker off. But if I'm to make a sub, I do know our bench. I don't know why I said that. It would be one of Curtis off for Jacobs, possibly. Even though he is struggling with injury, I could still maybe see him coming off because Jacobs has still got a bit of spark. Or maybe you bring, if he's on our bench, White or Byers on for someone like Cannon because I think he's in the book now as well. I think it is Cannon who's in the book. That's for sure. I will check. So Curtis has been booked, so that's another reason to bring him off, just to preserve him. But before I forget to do this, so Curtis and Watmore are in the book, not Cannon. But I wouldn't bring centre backs off; they're doing quite well. So maybe for fitness, you bring Cannon off because obviously injury recently, you don't want to make that worse. Bring him off for someone like Byers. If we have a look now, we'll have a look at our lineup on the bench. Ward, Minoga, Nicolaisen, Byers, Close, Daniels, and Jacobs. Whether you've been Close on to slow it down, Byers to get forward a bit more. I would bring Jacobs on though on the left flank because he's a very good player. As I talk about that, Brown gets it out on the left flank, just about keeps it in, and then punts it straight out for an Ipswich throw in on the right hand side. Now on Ipswich's bench, though, this is quite interesting. Cornell, McGuinness, Vincent Young, Dobra, Scouse, Jackson, and Parrott. Troy Parrott's on the bench. If he comes on, I think we'll be in a bit of danger. And even that McGuinness is a good defender. Funniest thing here about FOTMob is, I think I can show you, is that for Pompey, if it focuses, not focusing, 1 minute, 1 moment, if it focuses, we don't have a manager. Pompey do not have a manager according to FOTMob. I don't know why that says that, whether they've not updated it or what. It says Pompey don't have a manager. The Cowleys don't exist. They're cinematronics, whatever you call them. But so Southampton, they are through to the FA Cup semi-finals. Fair play to them. I know they're our South Coast rivals, but realistically, will they get through in the next round? Should we have a look at who they're going to get? They have the choice. Who's going through? Chelsea or Sheffield United, Leicester or Manchester United, or Everton or Man City? So realistically, if you're predicting them, you've got Southampton have gone through. Then you've got Man City, Chelsea, or Man United, or Leicester. Both sides are good. Don't think Southampton are going to win that. Last time they got to a final was the League Cup final where they threw it away, and I'm unfocused again. Focus on me, please. Camera. Let's sit here smiling. There we go. I don't know why it did that. It's probably because I'm moving quite a bit. I apologise when it does do that. There's not much I can do because I'm not a camera person. Have a look at League Two. All the results are still the same there. Put them back on the screen because, just in case you're not sure what they all are. Wherever I've put them. Where have I put them? There they are. Boom. All of the results as they stand now. And Andy Cannon goes into the book for a foul in the left-back area of the pitch. Now Andy Cannon should be coming off, Lewis. Now we should bring him off for being close. Slow the game down a bit. He's not happy with that yellow, but it was a yellow card. No denying that. Nice Pepsi Max, keeping me hydrated. Lewis Hayden getting a lot of yellow cards. Yeah, we are. That's why I think we need to be a bit careful here. Should we have a look now, though? I think that's a problem we're having is with the pressing football. When they knock it around us, we don't know what to do. But we'll have a look. I want to see if any of these players are now banned on yellow cards. So Curtis has got this season. That's Curtis is now. Oh, actually, I think that's his 6th yellow card of the season, which means he wouldn't be a ban. But apparently, he's had 5 before that. I don't know when he got banned, but he did apparently. We'll have a look. Andy Cannon. We'll have a look if that's how many that is for him. Andy Cannon has already had 6, so he's fine. And then Jack Watmore. Will we be missing Jack Watmore in our next football match? Will we be missing Jack Watmore? Stats. I've just clicked Portsmouth by accident. Stats. Yes, Jack Watmore will be missing for Portsmouth's next game. That is his 5th yellow card of the season, meaning Jack Watmore will be unavailable for Pompey's trip to Shrewsbury next weekend. That's a problem, but I think it's a problem that we can get over, definitely. Holding is moaning about something, or he's having a chat about tea. Oh, Ben Close is coming on. On comes Ben Close. I think it will be, for Andy Cannon to preserve him. That is a good sub. Not much else you can say negatively about that, as Cannon does strut off. Wow, they're pulling stuff off my desk now. I'll edit this and I'll put our current lineup now because he's not on the pitch anymore. That is the first substitution under the Cowley brothers. So that will just put the lineup as it stands now on the bottom of the screen. The lineups are now coming in from other games. There's been 2 more comments that I have missed completely there. Comments from town supporters. Decent half, intensity much better, just dropped off a little towards half time. Noticeable that Bishop hasn't got the engine to play this role. I don't know what role he's playing. Bishop hasn't really been involved though, from what I've seen. Well, anyway, I mean, he's not been great. I don't know whether that's normal. Oh! Williams has just fired one within an inch of the far post there. That should have been 2-1 again. Pompey looking the stronger side this second half, as Williams just about misses that far post. Hawula can tell how close it was. Pompey very average. We're a bit better. We should be able to win a match like this. Definitely. I mean, both sides haven't been great, but both sides will be hoping to claim the win. That is for sure. But other than that, you know, there's a substitution for Ipswich here. I'm not sure. I think that's Bennett that's making way. I think that's who it is. I'm not sure. So I'll change that in the Ipswich lineup now, and then I'll play that because obviously that is a substitution. It should come up for me now. Who is coming off? Once I've found that out, I will put it on. That is Bennett, who is coming off, but who is come off for Dobra. Don't know if he's any good. Do let me know, town fans, if you're in here, if he is any good for you or if he's not. I don't know. Now we'll put their team up now. But you know, as it goes down the left flank, just about dealt with by Ipswich there. You know, it's been a fairly even game. I think that's fair to say. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. Because Curtis plays down the wing to Close, who just I think Close is on to that. Oh, hello. Close has just run through the midfield to Curtis, who's back into Williams. Curtis has been fouled, not given. It's now out to Harness on the right wing. Who's crossed in by Bolton, away by Inciala towards out for a corner, who's just hoofed it clear by Ward, just as far as Naylor, just by halfway. Up to Cat Williams, who's been pushed in the back there, no foul. Naylor to Close. Close hooks it out to the left flank to Lee Brown. And it's still 1-1. Still 1-1 in this game. U308, I'm not so confident, lol. Maybe we'd take a draw, but bulk of fans might not. I don't think either side would take a draw. As much as you're saying, yeah, a point against 2 big sides, getting a point against each other, yeah. But I don't think either side will be happy with a draw. Let's say that. It's out to just into the box for Brown, who crosses it across, caught by Holy. Quite a stale cross there, really. I'm just tweeting now to see if we can get some more people into this stream. Do share my channel as well if you are new. Please, I would love to hit 1,000 by the end of the season. Probably won't happen. Even if we can get 750 by then, it would be huge for me. I think that's a foul there by Norwood on Ronan Curtis. Not sure if he's going into the book for that, but I know he is. Should we have a look now? We'll have a look now at a couple of the lineups from around League One. Cam Taylor, Pompey and the Acker need them to win. Yes, hopefully we can win to get you money, but not only to get you money, but to get us a win. Betting on the early kickoff. Unless you put it on before it was 1 o'clock, I don't know. Or if you put it on not knowing. Betting on the early kickoff, that's a strange one, but you never know. Yeah, Lewis, never bet on Pompey. No, I never bet on Pompey, but that is my team, I suppose. But I don't think anyone does. Dad doesn't when we do kind of an Acker together. What was I going to look at? The League One thing. Lewis has said quite a stale start for the second half. We've had chances, Survey. At the moment, could see a draw 1-1 or 2-2, definitely, because Close tries just hacking out at the central midfielder of Ipswich there. But we're looking at some of the games. I don't really want to look at that, the Accrington lineup. Look at the Charlton lineup, shall we? Charlton unbeaten in their last 5. Their lineup hasn't been announced, apparently, so I can't see that. I don't know why. It says lineup's been announced, but I don't know that. Look at the whole line of Doncaster first. Let's look at their lineup as not much is happening in the Pompey game with half an hour still to go. 1-1. Williams just about misses out on the keeper there. Lineups for Doncaster. Jones in goal. James, Wright, Anderson and Halliday at the back. Smith, Horton, Sims, Coppinger, Okenabir and Bogle. Good strong team for them facing Gillingham away today. Hull who travel to Shrewsbury. They've named a pretty good side. Ingram, Elder, Greaves, Burke, Coyle, Doherty and Jones. White, Honeyman, Wilkes and Lewis, Potter. It's a good side for them. They'll be hoping for another 3 points to solidify their lead. Sunderland, they host Lincoln. Sunderland have got Burge, McLaughlin, Sanderson, O'Nien, McFasdean, Power, Ledbetter, Winchester, Gooch, Wyke and McGeady in a 4-3-3 with their backline being sorted a bit more now. Lincoln have got Palmer, Bramall, Jackson, Monsmer, Paul, Eden, Bridcutt, McGrandles, Rogers, Morton and Johnson. Now that's quite a good strong side from both sides. They're hoping to both solidify their runs. Stevenage are now 2-1 at Carlisle. I'll have to change that. If we're going to go back, we'll put this one on instead. But we'll have a look at the other scores on the doors from other games. I think I've got a couple of comments I haven't read yet. Cam Taylor, I thought new manager effect should get a win. How's it looking? It's looking fairly positive, mate. Both sides having chances, don't get me wrong. Ipswich have got a free kick on the left flank. Whipped in, cleared away at the front post just as far as Ipswich's number 15. I do apologise that I don't know their names. He runs to the right flank, crossed into the box, dealt with by Craig McGilvray. Still 1-1. It's looking good, Cam. Lewis, does anyone actually know why we've scheduled this game to 1 p.m? I was thinking it could have been because Ipswich want to go home tonight, as opposed to staying. So they can now go home straight after this. They'll be home by 8, 9, as opposed to 12. But once again, I don't know. It could be to do with they've travelled down another time. It's a weird one, mate. U308, Portsmouth, Ipswich possession 61-39, shots 4-7, shots on target 2-2, corners home 2, away 1, fouls even 10-10. Pompey looking the better side in terms of possession, but Ipswich getting more chances. And ECFC on tour says, hi, hello, mate. Hopefully Exeter can get a win if they play today. Do they? Let's have a look for you. They've got Tranmere away in a big game there. Davies, Khan, Clark, Ray McDonald at the back. O'Connor and the 92-year-old central midfielder Jay Spearing. Josh Morris, Liam Feeney, Kane Muller in. David Nugent leads the line for Tranmere, ex-Pompey. He did quite well at Pompey as well, he did. For Exeter, though, Andresen, Page, Hartridge, McCardle and Key. Randall, Collins, Taylor and Wilmot make up the midfield four. Jay just behind Bowman in attack in a 4-4-1-1. Hopefully you can get the win today, mate, but you never really know in League Two. Has there been a goal in the Championship? Has there yet? There has not. It's 1-1 going into the 90th minute between Brentford and Nottingham Forest there. Hopefully they can grab something, Brentford, because they want to be pushing that down. Brentford currently fourth with a point. With a win, though, they would be up to 70 points above Swansea into third, only 2 points behind Watford. No games in hand there. But we'll edit these now. While there's no comments at the moment, we'll edit the scores so I can put them up and show you what they all are. As the cross is whipped in, dealt with by McGilvray, who looks to get it straight underway again. Wants to get it straight away and out with a Pompey ball. Curtis gets it on the left flank. Sorry about that. Curtis gets it on the left flank, cuts inside, gets round 3 and fouled by number 7 there. That should be a yellow card, and it is. Ipswich, not down to 10 minutes. Ipswich have a yellow card there. Not sure who it's been given to. The number 7 there. I will check that in a second while I just quickly put in the scores. Stephen is 2-1 up home to Carlisle. Newport 1, Leyton Orient. Newport 0, Leyton Orient 1. Put them scores on screen now at the bottom, in case anyone does actually care about those games. But they're all the games going on at the minute. We will put the Southampton one there as well as a full time because that has now finished. I can't edit that while it's on screen. They are through to the semi-final. Fair play to them. They are our rivals, but fair play to them for getting through. There you go. All the scores there. I'm hoping you're enjoying the stream. If you're new, do subscribe down below. I'd love to hit. How many are we on now? We'll have a quick check and then we'll have a look at how many I'm hoping to get, and then we can actually gauge what it should be. It's loading. It's loading again. 541. Can we get 545 by tomorrow? Let's hope. U30866 yellow card for Gwion Edwards. That's who it was. Thank you for that. I wasn't quite sure. Chambers has now also gone into the book for Ipswich. I didn't quite catch what that was for, but he is in the book as well. Simon Chanter, good luck to Cowleys at Portsmouth, Imps fan. Hopefully, mate, you can hold on to the playoffs minimum. I could see you doing it. I could also see you slipping. I have said that already in the stream, but I'm hoping you can hold on. But hopefully, Danny Cowley and Nicky Cowley can keep us going. Danny. No, I'm not going to sing the rest of that song. Maybe if we win, we'll hear me singing after the game. Or we'll get Dad singing. One of the two. As Ipswich come down at the right-hand side now with a long throw. Curtis heads it out to it for another Ipswich throw-in. Do let me know where you think people will finish in the league. Who's going up? Who's going down? What do you think? League One, Premier League, Championship, whatever team you support, let me know as well. because I'm sure there's not all of these people are Pompey fans. So do let me know. Obviously, we have a Lincoln fan there. Fair play to you. Simon Chanter, hard game today, but can't see us winning at Sunderland. Hope we get back to winning ways soon. We'll have a look at your head-to-head or whatever with them. Cowleys will do well for Portsmouth, needing on a longer contract that we do. But there's been rumours about selling. I don't know if there's any truth in that. But I think it's more because we don't want to, from a business perspective, our owners don't want to put the money in them and then go, oh, they're not doing well, we've got to sack them now. That's the problem. Simon Chanter, rather Sunderland win the league than Hull or Posh, though. I would. But I want, if it's out of those three, I'd probably just, for a new away day, I'd rather Peterborough went up because I haven't been to Hull before, and Sunderland I have, but it's class. We took nearly 3,000 up there. We'll have a look, though, for you at the Lincoln lineup. I think I've already done it, but I don't know if you were here. Lincoln, they line up with Palmer in goal, Bramall, Jackson, Montsmouth and Poole at the back. I think that's Bramall on loan from Arsenal. McGrandles, Bridcut and Eden make up the midfield three, with Rogers, Morton and Johnson in attack as per Footmob. On your bench, you have Anderson, Archibald, Ioma, Hulworth, Jones, Long, and Scully. A good team there for you. Sunderland, Maguire on the bench, decent side. They've got Burge in goal. McLaughlin, Sanderson, 09 and McFasdean make up their back four today. Power, Ledbetter and Winchester in the midfield three, with Gooch, Wyke and McGeady make up the front three. Dangerous trio them. We will have a look. Lincoln's recent form, they've only, hello, there's some weird graphics on my screen right now. Sunderland have scored in their last 6 home matches, winning 4 of them. Can Sunderland make it their first 5 home wins in a row since 2007? Lincoln, you'll be hoping not. Sunderland, you'll be hoping you will. I'm trying to work this out. My thing's going weird. Sunderland have won 4 of the last 5 with 1 draw. Lincoln have won 1 of the last 5, 3 losses, 1 draw. We'll have a look if there's been a head-to-head. Sunderland winning 2, Lincoln winning 1, and there's 1 draw. The earlier game in this season did end 4-0 to Sunderland. That's not good. Ledbetter with a penalty in that game, White getting 2 and Diamond getting the other one. That Lincoln will be hoping to get some payback for that, as Ipswich come down the right flank now. He's running around in circles. Curtis, don't you dare tackle him because that'll be a red. Into the box now. He's touched it down. Yeah, McGilvray saves quite comfortably. It was out for a goal kick anyway. Johnson, a great player, but we are missing Grant, who's injured. Yes, the pen merchant himself, George Grant, no offence intended. Your top scorer this season, I think. But yeah, missing him. This would be a big miss. He's a good technical player in midfield. Lewis, stale second half. It has been as well. On comes Michael Jacobs for the Blues. Not sure who he's coming on for at the minute. He just stood on the sideline. Most likely it will be Curtis, but it could once again be anyone. You never really know. Curtis could go up front. These drops up the Blues. Hello, Dan. Nice to have you here. Darren McLaughlin, I want to see a goal out of 22-23 for Ipswich today, hopefully. Wyke always scores versus us. He does. He scores against everyone, though, doesn't he, at the moment? He's brilliant. Simon Chanter, take a draw now, but hope we do well. I'm wrong, but see a big home win. I don't think there'll be a big home win. I don't think necessarily you'll win. I don't think there'll be a draw. 1 minute. Who is coming off here? Geordie Hawula makes way. So our only normal striker is coming off. He's been replaced by Michael Jacobs, which I could see a 4-2-3-1 with Curtis up front, or a 4-2-4 with Jake. Oh, yes, Curtis has moved into an attacking role here. It looks as though we're moving into a 4-3-3, but once again, could be a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-2, as Colby Bishop also goes into the book. From a town fan, Portsmouth are winning this. Hopefully so. Raggett's a decent player. Cowley's be happy to be back with him. Yes, definitely. I could see him playing every single minute of this season. Naylor's picked up the ball here, going towards the left, plays it along the line to Brown, who just about keeps it in, into Jacobs, instant impact, into the box for Curtis. Flashes it across. It's across the box the whole way. To Harness is blocked. And it's in! Portsmouth 2, Ipswich 1. Marcus Harness with the goal. Portsmouth are coming from behind for the first time in 3 years, nearly. What a goal as well. Marcus Harness ends his goal drought as Portsmouth make it 2-1. Now, we need to change that quickly because it's not 1-1 anymore. It is 2-1 to the Blues. What a goal. What well worked. It's just Cowley's football. His substitution comes to make instant impact there, with Jacob straight away getting involved in the action and getting it through to Curtis, who then slides it across to Harness. Well, to Williams, who missed it. Then to Harness, who get it blocked. And it's gone into the goal. That is Portsmouth 2, Ipswich 1, and it is live. What a goal. Danny Cowley's Blue and White Army are getting off to the perfect start. It's unbelievable, Jeff. I didn't think this would happen. These drops. Should start doing 3 p.m. games. A new soccer Saturday. 1 Pompey Sterling, 1 Pompey Sterling. Yeah, there will be 3 p.m.s. This is only because it's 1 o'clock. Simon Chanter, Cowley's working his magic again. He is indeed. Lewis Hayden, get in. Jeff Stoner, get in. 2-1. 72nd minute goal. The ball finds Carney to Marcus Hines and he finds the bottom corner. Portsmouth lead 2-1. Liam Pryor, just goes to show, haven't come back from behind in so long. Blues Brothers, yes. The Blues Brothers are working their absolute magic. Teddy Bishop is next in the book as well from there. But yes, I didn't think we'd take the lead at the moment. I thought we'd be waiting a long time for that to happen. But it's happened. You know, Pompey are coming from behind in a game. I didn't think we'd see that for a few years. No, I'm joking. Brentford is now 1-1 at full time with Nottingham Forest there. Seeing Brentford missed the chance to go third. We'll have a look at League Two. We'll just update these the scores as Stevenage take a 3-1 lead over Carlisle as well. It's a big lead there for them. We'll save that. Just quickly put all the scores on the doors on the bottom here. Boom. There we go. Comments has been full. What a goal that was. Simon Chanter, you got some winnable games coming up. Just hope we don't meet the Cowleys at Wembley. I couldn't watch that. We have. I think after this, all of our games are against bottom half sides, but you never know. Simon Chanter, imps, super imps though. Fair enough to you. You've got some good supporters. I will give you that. Yes, get in. Woo. Yes, Helen. Great that we've taken the lead. Lewis Hayden, Curtis keeps getting battered. He does. But we're 2-1 up and he set up the goal, so we can't complain. Simon Chanter, imps always used to win late in non-league and League Two. Yes. And my dad is currently right. Yes, Warren, he is. He said 2-1. And Dortmund have taken the lead through... we're not going to put it on the bottom screen because it's Germany. But it's 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund in the 3rd minute. And guess who scored? The man himself, Haaland. And does Haaland score goals? He does now. He didn't before. Just in the replay of it, he does now. He found the bottom corner from the right side of from the goal. What a goal it was. Nothing else. Nothing else the keeper could have done about that. But yeah, it's how's Raggett playing? I don't want to say this, but he's not been great. The goal wasn't his fault, but he could have done more to stop it. Like he got turned by a pass and then didn't really chase it back. But he's been solid other than that. It's just a mistake for the goal. That's about it. He's kind of been a meme, if you know what that is. He's been a meme this season. Cowleys have worked wonders with Raggett at a few clubs. Yeah. He's been a bit of a meme for us, but you know he's good and then he's bad, then he's world class, then he's shocking. But it happens. U308 Cowley town fan needs to freshen us up. Hashtag ITFC have lost intensity. Portsmouth have been pretty poor, but they've grown as the game's gone on. We started well, but have continued to fade. I would agree with that. I will agree with that. I think Ipswich, they started off the far better side, not just the better side. They were far better than us. But now they've just fallen off massively. They look disinterested. I think you need a sub. You need a sub just to liven it up a bit. The players are kind of walking around like, oh, we've thrown it. Oh no. But yeah, you need to liven it up a bit now. Ewan Stones, do you think SAFC Sunderland will win the league? Maybe. I'm not going to say that yet. I think if you win today, yes. Yes, I think you will. What players do you think he'll try and get from us imps, though? Hope you don't try and get Grant. Maybe he'll ask Forrest about Johnson, who is very good, though. Well, you know what? I'm going to have a look at your squad and see who you have that might fit in at Pompey, or that the Cowleys may like. Because obviously the Cowleys have worked with you before. They've worked with these players, or at least some of them before. Maybe not all of them, because it is possibly a new team, a couple of new players, maybe. So I think McGrandles. That's a player that I've seen a lot of. If we could get any Lincoln player, I'd probably pick him. Simon, do let me know. Do you think McGrandles that McGrandles is a good player? Because I've heard very, very, very good things about him. Johnson, a good player as well, but I don't know whether we need him. But once again, we could. Cohen Bramall from Arsenal, he's good. Many, apart from Anderson, are new. Fair enough. Sorry, I'm going to just slide up a little bit. More chance of the Holy Roman Pope doing a video of Cardi B. What was that? Just Sunderland winning the league. Now the thing is, Pompey can they keep this lead? I hope so, Austin. I hope so. Very, very, very undoubtedly need to. Will we though? I don't know. I believe Sunderland will win today, go 5 ahead of us Imps, and rather you win than Hull. Hopefully. My watch is going nuts because I'm getting messages, so I'm going to throw that over there. But yes, I think we can keep this lead. I think we're setting up to still go at them, press them, but Ipswich seem disinterested. Simon, I believe we've already said that. Ewan, where are you at in the league? Oh, Ewan, no need for that. Come on. Simon Chan, and many apart from Anderson are new. Yes, he's good in midfield. Lewis Montsma at the back. Yes, I've heard very, very good things about him as well. He's young, I think. Where do you think Pompey will finish? Being optimistic, fourth, where we did last season, I think. We'll look at our running now, though, because obviously I think there's just been another sub here actually for Ipswich I've just missed. It's an attacking substitution. So Norwood hasn't made way. Trying to find out. So Jackson has come on. But I'm trying to work out who's come off. So Jackson's come on for Ipswich. I think it's Jackson anyway. Yeah, Jackson's come on, but I don't know who for. As soon as I've worked that, Ipswich have just nicked it off us at right back, number 24 there. He's got the ball down the wing, just a bit too far for here. Kept it in though, looking to whip it across. He doesn't. He passes it straight into Jacobs, who hooves it clear. What was he going to look at? Our next game. So first of all, I'm trying to find out who Jackson's come on for. Oh, dangerous ball into the box there from Ipswich. Just a bit too high for Jackson there. I'm trying to, once I found out who's done it, I'll work this out. But anyway, I can't work this out at the moment. But anyway, we'll look at our next game. So you're saying, where do you think Pompey will finish? Since I've seen your channel, I respect you as a Pompey fan. I don't know many Pompey fans. Cheers, Ewan. I know some of us can be a bit stupid, but I try and stay as neutral as possible. Obviously, I do wear blue tinted glasses, so to speak, but I try to keep it neutral. You've got games in hand over Charlton, good chance. Hope Imps do, but we need to up our game. Few hard games coming up. We always beat in Oxford, though. Yes, we do have a few easy games, but as it stands, we are 6th in the table. Blues fans, if you wanted to know, we're 6th. We're only a point behind Doncaster. And our next games, we have Shrewsbury, Rochdale, Wigan, Burton, Crewe, MK Dons, Swindon, Bristol Rovers, Accrington twice, and Wimbledon. So looking at them, our next game, Shrewsbury, got to be winning. Rochdale, in awful form. They haven't even got a point yet. I know they've got 3, I think. Got to be winning. Wigan, got to be winning. Burton, difficult side, but we've got to win. We've got them at home. We've got to beat them. Crewe away, they're very good at home. Can we do it? Swindon away, they're awful. MK Dons away, once again, they're not brilliant. Mind you, Rochdale beat us. Yeah, but they can. It happens. We do need to beat them, though, if we want to be solidifying anything. But the question was, where do you think I'll finish? I'm going to go 5th because we're 6th as it stands without teams. We've got a game in hand on Charlton. Oxford do have a game in hand on us, but Wilson off, I think it was him, but it still hasn't popped up on the stream, so I don't know. Yes, it was James Wilson. Alan Judge also made way. So Alan Judge and James Wilson offer Vincent Young and Caden Jackson. Yeah, that was the substitutions. Yeah, thank you, U308. Burton are on fire, and thanks. We are one of the best. You been one of the better sides to beat us at the bank this season. Yeah, but you beat us at home, and you deserve that. To be fair to you, 10 men, obviously through Watmore, but once again, you don't win them all, you don't lose them all. It happens. You win some, you lose some. As Raggett comes forward, the ball up to Jacobs, brilliant touch inside there, pings it into the midfield, close, misses out on the ball. I think, get up. Jacobs was caught someone late, but he's got straight back up afterwards. Jackson hits Raggett first man. Is that James Wilson who was on loan for us Imps? As you've asked, I will find out now. We do have a couple of Ipswich fans here that could find out for me. Lewis has just said, nice to see us passing the ball. It is. James Wilson, though, is he the one that was on loan? Should we have a look? Live ticker. James Wilson, career. Yes, he was. He was at you for a season, 18 to 19 season, Simon. 25 appearances, 2 goals. So, yes, that's the same man. He scored the same for Ipswich, but in 48 games. Lewis, nice to see us passing the ball well. It is, but Jacobs has now gone into the book, and we are making some absolutely stupid challenges. With 8 minutes left, our game management isn't looking the best. We do need to improve on this. Let's just say that for the least anyway. Jacobs booked for that late challenge I was talking about where the player got straight back up. But Ipswich do have a free kick here on the right flank. Edwards, no, that's not Edwards. That's Guion. Yeah, it is Edwards. Guion Edwards, who's standing over the free kick there, looking to whip that one in and get an equaliser. Hopefully, we can get that clear. Whether or not we can or not is the next question, though. He stakes it. Oh, it wasn't him. The left footer took it to the back post, headed back across straight out for a corner. For a goal kick. I have a Psyche TV. I can't show you because otherwise I'll get this taken down. But it's a Psyche TV. It's not a smart TV, I don't think. It's just got HDMI on it. So that's what TV I've got. Lewis, how many yellow cards have there been this game? Many, mate. Should we have a look at exactly how many there have been? There have been 1, 2, 3, 4 for us and 3 for them. There's been 7 yellow cards out of 22 players. Simon, didn't Raggett score like whenever Ipswich away? Yes, he did. He was miles offside, headed in. I think there was a handball in there as well. And he was literally about that far from the goal line and just tapped it in. Yes, so he did. He did score a late winner. It was in the FA Cup. I think we won 3-2 in extra time. Aha, Edward trying to catch me out. Naughty. No. Thoughts on the Ipswich youngster? Not playing. I know what you're trying to do there. I'm not saying it. Good try to you. But it's the first one I've had while streaming. But yeah, good one that actually. I read them in my head before I read them out. Luckily, I didn't get caught out by that one. He looks like a good youngster. He does. And Simon, yes, Raggett does love a good FA Cup goal. I think it was against Burnley, wasn't it, for you? They were brilliant in the league that season at home, and you went there and beat them 1-0. Sean Raggett, I think, header from a corner. 5 minutes to go. I think the ball just ricocheted off the south stand. I'm not sure. Been close in the battles there. Curtis comes in, nicks the ball up to, who's that? Williams, who just dances through about 4 players, knocks it down the line to Curtis in a battle with Enciala here. Curtis is beating him, then not beating him, and Enciala has the ball, but trying to protect it right in that corner. Clears it as far as Jacobs. Jacobs into Harness, to Close, to Curtis. Curtis looking for the cross, gets the cross in, looking for Naylor, who just heads it as far as Harness, who hasn't quite won it. Will go out for a Portsmouth throw on the left flank. Yes, great away day. Wish I could be at one like that. We did it against Exeter in the Tin Pot Cup, I suppose. That was good at home. Simon, I'm fair play to you for going to that one as well. How many Lincoln fans were actually there that day? Could you let me know? 88th minute goal, yeah. I watched it on TV, I think. Can't remember who Pompey were playing, but I watched it on TV. It's one of those games that if you'd missed it, you would have been kicking yourself. As Pompey do get a corner here on the left wing, I'm going to open a weirdly coloured Coke Zero. I don't know why it's kind of reverted. Normally they're black and red, but they're not this time. That's made a loud sound. Curtis stands over the corner. What more? Raggett, Naylor and Bolton in a line in the box. Bolton a bit of space for him. He's unmarked at the back post. Into the box. Hits the first man. Not a good cross that. But back out to Curtis, who gets it back in. What a ball that is. But it's just about cleared away as Ipswich look to counter us here with 1-on-1. Norwood versus Brown. Brown heads it clear. Close smashes it away. What's the thoughts of Ipswich fans? Can you see yourself getting an equaliser? Lewis asks. Please put us in. Simon Chanter, then we took 9,000 to Arsenal. All right, 40 minutes and lost 5-0. Yeah, I remember that. Where were we? Southend? I think we had Southend that day away. I think it must have been Southend away. Because we were on the bus home and someone had the game up. And we were watching the Arsenal one and it was sort of packed out away and which was mental. But yeah, fair play to you. Good first game for Danny. Yes, brilliant game for the brothers, Danny and Nicky. They've got, I think the new manager bounce is a thing that we've been struck by this season. So yeah, it's been good to get them the win. Have you seen many of my football stickers about Portsmouth, Sid Army, etc.? I haven't, no. But if you'd like to send some over, I've got Instagram, Blake_O'Neill YT. Send me some, like as in pictures of them if you want to. I haven't seen them myself. I might have seen them, but I can't remember them anyway. As Curtis passes it back to Close on the left wing, Curtis gets it back off him, slowing the game down a little bit. Curtis just passing it back to Close again. Who's the older brother? Oh, Austin, good question. Should we find out? We will find out. Cowley brothers. I'm surely it's got to be Nicky, not Nicky. Danny, if he's the manager. It's just Cowley brothers. Nicky comes up. Only one. So Danny is 42. How old's Nicky? Should we find out? So Danny is 42. Nicky is. That's Danny. I got confused. I thought they were twins, but they're not. Nicky Cowley is. It's taking me a long time to find it. As it's tapped down the right flank, just about keeps it in, and then Brown absolutely smashes it into the south stand. just like Brown does with penalties. He's just smashed that one into the south stand. Got that well and truly clear. Nicky Cowley, I'm trying to find out how old he is. If anyone knows, please tell me. Oh, sorry. Simon, once fans allowed back, I'll try to send some over, or if we're same league, I'll bring some. Thank you, Simon. I will love to meet you at that game, mate. Hopefully we're both in the championship together, but you never know. Danny, manager, and Nick is number 2, but both come as one. We'll do well at Portsmouth. Yes. I think he was known as a head coach, but yeah. I think we've also kept Joe Gallen on in a coaching role, but I'm not sure. I know he's still at the club, but yeah, I'm still trying to find out how old he is. So Danny's 42. We'll have a look at how old Nick is. Cameron says, hi. Hello, mate. Hello, how are you? It just says Cowley Brothers. Nicky doesn't have a Wikipedia page. Danny does. Nicky doesn't. Nothing to lose, seeing as your 10th. When he came in, he'll get you up in the league. Yeah, Simon, that's the aim. It was just, we had nothing to lose. Oh, Troy Parrott has come on for Ipswich, a dangerous man with a minute and a half of normal time left to go. Simon, yeah, nothing to lose whatsoever. It was just a free hit. Danny is the older brother. He's 5 years older than Nicky. Nicky is 37. I've finally found it. There you go, Austin. Danny is older by 5 years. That took me longer than the actual game did. Famed Champions League fixture. Oh, 1 minute. I've missed out there. Saved Huddersfield, then chairman on him. Think he's still live Lincoln, but likely move if he got a bigger contract. Yes, I've read that. Huddersfield didn't have a great side. He kept them up, and then they sacked him because they were 12th or something like that, which is shocking because he inherited a side in the bottom 4, kept them up, then progressed next season and got sacked. I don't get that. But anyway, faith Champions League fixture for next month. Oh, Bayern Munich versus PSG. Both 2 good footballing sides. Who's the other ones? Man City have got... Liverpool got Real Madrid. Chelsea got Porto. Chelsea set as an easy tie, but Porto will as well. So that'll be good. Bayern Munich versus PSG, very good. Liverpool, Real Madrid, very good. And then I've forgotten who blooming Man City have got. Who Man City got? I'm going to find out. But because this is me and I forget loads of things, I will go and have a look at who Man City do have. Man City, they have Dortmund. That's who it was. Yes, Man City v Dortmund will be good as well. Hopefully, we can get an all-English final. Chelsea-Liverpool win, then they play each other, and then PSG or Bayern versus Dortmund or Man City, which would be good. He would have won the cup as he been manager for it. Hopefully. But you never know. PSG on Munich will beat City. Yeah, most likely, yeah. If City go through, that is. If Dortmund go through, you never know. But it's football. It's a funny old game. Portsmouth should have scored again there. I think James Bolton had a good header. Ajax v Roma, what a game. Yes, that's a very good game. Problem is, FIFA. We're talking about FIFA. I've got Dusan Tadic's road to the final, and I have Perez's road to the final. They both get upgraded. I'd rather Perez won, so Roma won, but you never know. PSG v Munich will play Man City v Dortmund. Yes, they will. So I think Munich will win, and I think City will win. So that'll be a good game as well. But yeah, you never know with these kind of games. As Pompey go into 5 additional minutes here, we're already a minute into them. I didn't really see that because obviously when it's on mute and I'm looking down here, I'm doing this all the time, and it's gone fuzzy again. But yeah, that's gone into 5 additional minutes now. As we look down to see if any goals have gone in, they have not. Pompey's still with a 2-1 lead. Can Pompey hold on for their first win from behind in over 3 years, or nearly 3 years? Fingers crossed we can. Oh. How long have we got? We've got 10 minutes until kickoffs happen in League One, and in England overall, the Championship, League One, and League Two. But Jacob, 5 minutes, geez, yeah, a lot of time that is. And Jacob, I'm a great live stream, mate. Simon, thank you. What was the one 3 years ago? I will find out. Good live. Do you do all the Portsmouth games? But definitely keep an eye on how Cowleys do. Maybe worth backing Portsmouth to win next 2 games under Cowleys. I will be now. I will be, Simon. Yes, this is the first one, but there will be more. What was the last one? MK Dons. I'm just going to have a look. Last time Portsmouth won from behind, as Holy picked up the ball in his own box. 3 minutes left to go. Liam Price, sorry. The Cowleys talked the talk in their interview, and now they're walking the walk, doing what they said. Class to see. It is. These drops, I think it was MK, 6.5k. So I think it was as well. When was the last time we won a trophy? I don't care about that. I just know it was April 2018, which I think was... 1 minute, have a look. MK Dons, 1, 2, Portsmouth. Pup says GID. No, that's the wrong game. No, it wasn't MK Dons away because that was February. So I'm going to have another look. It's hard to look through. U308, brilliant stream. Shane Blake is not a Town fan, lol. Can't see us coming back. Yeah, I do know a couple of Ipswich fans, and I know that you shouldn't really have sacked what's his name, and it's now Ireland, I think. But you know you did, and it didn't end well for you. You got a good manager in Cookie there, though. He'll keep you up there. Simon Chanter, great manager who get best out of players. To be fair, yes, that's what I heard. And the last time we came from behind. We didn't come from behind in this game, did we? No, we didn't. Wigan at home, we didn't come from behind in that one. Just trying to have a look. When I find out, I will let you know. No, we lost that game. Ipswich fans aren't going to be happy you did the double over them. If we do it, yes. Yes, we will have done it. That's the first double we've done this season, I think, over any club. And Brown tries to do a cross turn, and it doesn't work. Jeff, great effort today, Blake. Wash your hands. Yes, everyone, wash your hands because of COVID. Thank you, Jeff. As we look to see when the last time Portsmouth came from behind in a game was. It can't have been any later than this, surely. It might genuinely have been MK Dons. I don't think it was. But looking at these games, I think it may have been. Yeah. MK Dons away back in 2018. Thank you all for tuning in for this as well. There's about 30 seconds left on the clock. Pompey about to do not only the double over Ipswich, but they're about to do, for the first time in 2 years, Pompey will be winning from behind if we can hold on. Something like that. There's about 2 seconds left. I think we've done it. I think that is full time. Portsmouth 2, Ipswich 1. Pompey come from behind to win a game for the first time in over 2 years, nearly 3 years. Perfect start for the Cowleys. Lewis, yes, jump in. Austin says, congrats. Simon, working his magic straight away. Jeff, good win. What more could you ask for? Absolutely nothing. That is perfect for us. It's the first time we have won an away game, a game from behind in nearly 3 years as a club. What a win. It's as simple as I can put it. The review will be up if you are leaving now. The review will be up in about half an hour. I'll get that. That is 3 massive points. HMS win the league has taken sail. We won't be winning the league. I don't think anyone can disagree with me there. We'll do about another 10-15 minutes here. We'll get Lewis back in, maybe Dad if he wants to. I know he might be watching now, but yes. We'll wait for Lewis to come back in. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Liam Pryor says, let's go, boys. Let's go. The Cowleys off to a perfect start in the league. Lewis is here now, and we'll get a word from Lewis. He's smiling. What a win, mate. What a win.
Mate, it just shows, like, when we play at our best and try our hardest, we can get a win, you know what I mean?
It does, it does. What do you think about the fact that we've won from behind for the first time in nearly 3 years?
Look, I'm happy we've come back from a losing position to win. That's a positive. There was good passing throughout the whole game. That's a positive. We done well with defending, apart from obviously their goal. We done well with defending, yeah. But all in all, we look like a team that actually want to play football for once. We look like we've started to get a bit of confidence back. The last 10-15 minutes, didn't really think I had a sniff of anything. We were just passing it around. We would play some nice football. Like, I don't know instantly, like, people can say, like, that ball could have been out at Lee Brown turned to lead to our goal. You obviously fans are going to debate it, but either way, that's football. Like, you know what I mean? Like, things happen in football, and at the end of the day, we've got to win, and that's the main fact of today. We've got to win, and that might get us back to some winning form now.
Yeah, well, the stats just come up. 60% possession for the Blues, I think that's battering someone, isn't it, really, when they can't get the ball. We'll have a look at some comments now. Austin, not bad considering Cali only been there a couple of days. He only did training yesterday. That's how big it's been. Town fan has put on the forum. So that's interesting. João Tarifo, do you boys think Pompey can bounce back in the league with this win? Lewis, I'll throw that one to you first, and then we'll get Dan in after this.
Right, I don't want to I'm not going to start going on about it. Going, yeah, we could win this, we could win that. At the end of the day, it's our first game with new management. We've done well to get the result. We look like we can play football. We're doing well. I'm not going to go on. Oh, we can do this, this, and this. We just have to focus on each game, play the game how we play it, and get the wins. Like so many fans could go, oh yeah, we're going to do this because the manager's like, yeah, this, that, but. Football's a strange sport. League One is the league of a best of a bad bunch. Anyone can beat anyone. Look at Burton, you know what I mean? Look at Hull, lost them games on the back. They were fifth at some point. Now they're back top. Like the league is so weird. It's such a weird league. Like every season, it's been a weird league. We've just got to focus on game by game now. We can't go on and go, oh yeah, we'll win the next 5 games. We've just got to simply go on to the next game. We need to win that game. Simple as.
Yeah, well, U308 has put, well done, Pompey, and thanks for the stream, was excellent. Thank you, mate. Jeff has also made a point. I'm gonna throw this one to Dad now. I'm gonna bring him in. The first time we've won in. Oh, he's happy. First time we've won from behind in nearly 3 years, but it comes at a cost. Pompey will be without Ronan Curtis for next week's trip to Shrewsbury. But we will also be missing him for the next game after that as well. Oh, actually, no. I've just had a thought. If Curtis is banned due to yellow cards, but he's away on international duty, does the ban still carry over, or does it count for the Shrewsbury game?
I feel like it'll carry over, personally.
It might probably. If it does, then he's missing 2 games.
That's something the EFL would do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. João Tarifo, I did say something. He said, I meant bounce back in terms of a bit of fresh air to the players and fans. Do you think we'll bounce back with a bit of fresh air? I'll pass one to Dad because I've already asked those a couple.
I think we could go on a run now. I truly think we can.
Good. These drops has put Blue Army and Dad. This is Dan, and he said, tell him Scouse said hello, mate. From Dan. But, you know, I think the overriding feeling now is not just relief, but it's happiness and can we push on? Pompey back into the playoffs, back into the playoff picture for the first time in a long time.
For now.
Yeah, but
for now. We can't get too hyped up. I understand we're playoffs, but we can't get too hyped up. We were the early kickoff. Just say we would have won this at 3 o'clock. Would we be in the playoffs? I don't know. We've got to wait for the results. Like we can't get too overhyped about the whole situation. We're in the playoffs, but we now need to focus on just ourselves instead of anyone else. Now we have to cement our place to get to the playoffs and stay in it.
Well, we'll have a look now. So today's fixtures regarding the teams around us, we have Charlton who travel to Wimbledon. We do have a game in hand on them anyway. Then you have Doncaster travel to Gillingham. Gillingham have been known to knock a couple of teams off their perch. Sunderland just got underway against Lincoln as well. That's a big game. And Hull travel to Shrewsbury, Pompey's opponents, next Saturday. So Lewis is smiling. Dean Russell has joined. That's Lewis's mate. Saying, all right, fellas. All right, Dean, how are you? Lewis obviously has known him for a long time. But you know, Pompey's 6th in the league. The teams that can catch us today. There's new games are kicking off. New people are getting points. It's moving around. But Oxford could catch us still. Charlton could. Gillingham could. Ipswich can't. Obviously, we've beaten them already today. Fleetwood can't now. So we could go to 9th today, but we're above Ipswich now anyway. So we're above them. Ipswich moved down into 10th position. If there are any Ipswich fans still here, that you're 10th. Apologies for putting you there. But the playoffs now consist of Pompey, Doncaster, Lincoln, Sunderland, Peterborough, and Hull. Do you think we'll be able to hold on to the end of the season? But I will also say, Dad, well done. You got a prediction right. Well done. Round of applause, Lewis. Round of applause. Anyway, do you think we'll be able to hold on to the end of the season? We'll start with Lewis. Do you think we'll be able to hold on?
I'd like to think with the new management, I'd like to think the way we've played, we'll be able to hold on. But like I said before, League One's a weird league. Anything can happen any week. Like we just beat Ipswich, but we could go next week and lose 3-4-0. You know what I mean? It's such a weird league. The league is so like open with like the teams that you can like. We lost to Wigan and that, but we've done we beat Hull and Lincoln. Like the weed is such a weird league.
There's been a goal in the 2nd minute of a fixture in League One. Lowly Wigan have taken the lead over Accrington Stanley. Meaning Accrington, if that stays as it is, Accrington can't catch us. And also, big news here, we're dropping out of the playoffs because Gillingham have taken the lead over Doncaster. So we're below Gillingham, we're down to 8th as it stands, but that doesn't really matter because we have 2 games in hand on them anyway. Only a point behind them if they win. But Doncaster, more importantly, have thrown away their games in hand if that continues to happen. I've gone really fuzzy again and it's annoying me now. But I think we're just going to talk. It's been a bit of a weird week for Pompey, hasn't it? Sacking Jacket, Gallen in charge Tuesday. Do you think there's a future, Lewis, under the Cowleys, not just to the end of the season, but further past that now?
Oh, 100%. I can see a future with them for a while because they've got the talk. They talk the talk. They know what they're on about. They're honest. They're not going to lie. You know what I mean? They're honest managers. They'll soon say if something's wrong or something's good. And even if you want to get playoffs, I can see them staying next season anyway, for at least another season or 2. So I can see a future with them.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'll throw the same question roughly to you, Dad. Do you think if we don't get the playoffs now, we finish 7th, but we have a decent end to the season? Do you think that would mean they should get a new contract? Shout, we can hear you then.
We're not going to finish 7th.
We're not going to finish 7th. Where are we going to finish then?
We're going to finish in the playoffs and win the playoffs.
In the playoffs, okay. Dad's very confident there. I will be meeting Dad in a minute. We're going to talk about it.
I love the confidence there.
Dad loves to be a bit confident, but then he goes negative when we do anything. Wigan have already conceded again. It's 1-1 now between those 2 clubs. Didn't take Accrington long, but they've just equalised.
Can I just say one thing? Paul Cook doesn't look playing against us at Stratton Park.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't. Never has done. But we'll talk as well. That second goal, obviously, we talked about the first goal at half-time. That second goal then, Lewis, do you think it was a good goal? Do you think it was an instant impact from Michael Jacobs in particular?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you think it was just an all-round team goal?
The subs he made because obviously with Jacket, there were some very questionable subs that he made. But I understood with the Cannon and Close, Cannon on a yellow card, Close would settle the game down in more midfield, bringing on Jacobs for Hawula. Fair play to Hawula, got 70 minutes, but he was a bit lacklustre this game, and it was a good sub and leading to the goal. It could have gone out, but it didn't go out. We got the win. That's what matters, you know what I mean? Agreed.
Gillingham have just taken a 2-goal lead over Doncaster now, meaning that Doncaster are well and truly throwing that one away there. But, we're looking at this league table now. Pompey sitting in 8th. If Charlton slipped with defeat, we're above them, I think, on goal difference. Swindon, they're just taking the lead over Fleetwood now. Fleetwood dropping to 13th as it stands. No bottom half team is currently dropping points. Pompey do have Swindon to play still. So, Dad, I'm going to throw this one to you. Please do shout, because otherwise you're very quiet. Do you think, given our next 11 games, all being against teams in and around the bottom half, do you think we should be winning the majority of them?
Yes.
And I don't know how to really phrase this, but do you think that given what is going on at Pompey, the fact that we've got a new manager, new things going on, do you think that will help us go up with the Cowleys, new manager bounce? Or do you think that we should just settle, get 6th and then build? Or do you reckon we should go push it all? You think we should push to get automatics, even if they may be out the window already? That one's for Lewis, as Peter would take the lead.
I don't know. I personally feel like what we got to do now is just aim for plus. Don't go any harder than plus because that's just that's absurd. I personally don't think we're going to get anywhere near automatics. I think Arsenal finish is probably 5th, the way the season's gone at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as we don't try to push above our weight, I don't want that to happen and us to get over because a new manager we got to win. I don't want us overconfident straight away. Then be like this, we're going to do this, going to do that. You know what I mean? We have to just focus on the games ahead, get the results we need to, and obviously we got quite an easy run in. I would say easy, but obviously League One's a weird league. Obviously. We need to be winning the majority of them games to cement our place in the playoffs. And if we get playoffs, they've done a good job. But we see us in playoffs. We never won a playoff. We haven't won a playoff game for like 3-4 seasons now.
That's the problem, I think. But I think, we may not have won playoff games before, but that's under management where 4 of those 6 previous playoff games have all been under Jacket with Jacket's tactics. Do you think, Dad, that having a different manager to take us possibly into those playoffs, and you look at his ambition as well, he didn't say we had 12 games left, he said we have 15. He knew that his ambition is to get to the playoff final. Do you think, given the fact that it's Cowley, not Jacket, that we can actually make it to that playoff final?
Yes, I do. I think we've got players picking up. I like what they say. I like the sidelines, what they say. They're a lot more passionate. Talk to the players, something that Jacket never did. And I can only see positives moving forward. We've got good running. And I truly believe that we could get into the playoffs and win the playoffs.
You think we can win them?
Because you can't say we haven't.
I love the confidence from Paul here. The confidence from Paul.
I love his confidence.
The confidence is mad. The confidence is mad.
It is. Zach Russell, Lewis, another one of your mates, just put in.
Yeah, go on.
I'd call him one of my mates as well. Any Pompey players you want? Any Pompey players you'd like to see gone? Also, any players you'd like to see brought in? I'll throw this one to Lewis, as you know, Zach. Any Pompey players out of our current squad? We'll name 2 each that you want to get rid of, and who would you then replace them with? Any player in League One? Because I'm going to change this question up a bit. Because you can't just go, Messi, Ronaldo. We'll get them 2 in. But 2 players to get rid of, 2 players to replace them. Go.
To be honest, the way I see it, like we've got a good all-round squad. The only 2 players I feel we should get rid of is Downing, because he's just on the wage budget. He's there for no reason. Get rid of him, get him gone. And also, it could be controversial, but get rid of Raggett. I know Raggett. People can say what they want, but at the end of the day, I'll try saying we could the Cowleys might get the best out of Raggett, but Raggett's Raggett he has good games, but if he plays bad, he's terrible.
He plays bad.
He's a very, very iffy player. You wouldn't want to bet on him at all. He's very iffy, and players in I don't really know, to be fair. I'd love to see another centre back. I don't know. We've been linked with Manny Montfort a few times. I'd probably still want to get him in. You know what I mean? Still a good player.
Even if he's linked to,
you know what I mean? He can make the step up. We've had players that have made the step up, i.e. Jamal Lowe, i.e. Ronan Curtis. They made a step up. They've been good. You know what I mean? So Manny Montfort, that's the only one I can really think of signing. Obviously, there's going to be more signings, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of many.
Well, Bristol Rovers have just gone behind Plymouth League, taking a 1-0 lead there. So we'll move on. Dad, 2 players you want to get rid of, 2 players you'd like to bring in.
Raggett and Harrison out.
So Raggett and Harrison out.
Harrison, good shout.
You forgot about him, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh, no, Harrison, awful.
Yeah, okay. Go on, Dad. And then 2 you'd like to bring in to replace them, although you don't have as much knowledge on League One, but... Who out of the players we've seen would you want to bring in? Sariki Dembele. Well, speaking of Sariki Dembele, he has just put Peterborough into the lead, 1-0. So, he's a very talented player. So Peterborough are now only 1 point behind Hull as it stands. Hull only at 0-0. Sunderland 0-0 as well. Results not necessarily going in Pompey's favour, but they're not going against Pompey.
We can't be relying on results. We can't rely on results. We need to rely on what we do and get the job done ourselves before even thinking of relying on other results.
Definitely there. I'm going to put a different banner up other than Portsmouth 2-1 Ipswich full time.
On the players out, I just got a message off Charlie. He mentioned one player, Ryan Williams. Yes. I don't know why, but he said Ryan Williams.
Get rid of?
Everyone's got their views. Yeah, to get rid of. He said Ryan Williams.
I disagree. I wouldn't get
rid of him. I think he's good, especially for the way they play.
I think the last few games, he's been the only player that's really tried, and he's running at every ball. He looks like he wants it more than any. The last few games, he's looked like he wanted it more than anyone else in the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to show Zach's comment there so we can actually look at it in case no one knows what he's saying. If I could get rid of 2, I'd probably say, you know what? Well, we'll have a look at our lineup today, and we can, because I would probably get rid of Harrison to bring in someone better, because Harrison, he's a liability at most. But out of the players that played today, maybe Raggett, but then you never know. The Cowleys could get the best out of him. Charlie Daniels, let's throw that one out there. Let's just let him go at the end of the season, maybe, and bring someone younger in.
Yeah, agreed with that. 100% agreed with that.
Yes, he's good and he's experienced, but he's what, 33, 34?
He turns like a canal boat and all. I don't think he's a very good left back, to be honest.
Goal in the London Derby. AFC Wimbledon 0, Charlton 1.
Hey, he's up. Why is all the results going against us?
I don't know, but they are. Well, all of them but one, because Gillingham winning is probably still better for us. And if we could bring two players in, I don't really know who, but I'm going to get rid of this comment now. I'm going to say we need a striker to replace Harrison if he leaves. I think, Lewis, you agree with me on this. We do need a striker.
Yeah, very.
And then possibly another creative midfielder, because don't forget, Byers and White leave, then we're left with bare minimum. Maybe even Byers permanently. I know his attitude's not been great, but he's still been.
With Byers, his attitude's poor. Like that the other week, what we heard about storming out, not getting picked, but then he gets started in the trophy final. Like, I don't agree with that. He's got to learn his lesson. He's a young footballer, and he's like 23, 24, I think. He's a young footballer, and you can't be doing that in professional football. You've got to learn your lesson and
even though he is from the Championship,
earn your chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even though he is from the Championship, he does have to learn. But
yeah,
I think
everyone's got to learn.
I think we've covered most of what we wanted to talk about now. As I'm going to go and record my reaction, I'll get Lewis and Dad to send over their reactions as they always do. Dad obviously celebrating quite passionately there. Hopefully his audio doesn't cut out for that. But thank you for joining me, lads, today. Hopefully Pompey can do it again. I'm going to say goodbye to you now, lads. So I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you later, mate. In a bit.
See you in a bit. See you in a bit, Dad. And that is where this stream is going to end. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm not sure who we have left here. It's probably not as many as we had during the game. But I just want to say thank you all. Hopefully Pompey can keep this run of form going. Do you think we can? I think we do. I think we do. I think we can. I think we will. But that is where this does end. I will post this on YouTube fully. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next Pompey game. See you soon. Goodbye, everybody. See you in a bit, Dan.